What is up? What is up? So I wasn't planning on doing a stream because I just got home like a an hour ago. Just finished eating something quick. Um, I wasn't planning on doing a stream because again, I got home late. Got off of work late, so that's annoying. But since I'm watching something, I figured why not watch it on stream, right? Why not watch it on stream? Again, it's gonna be a chill stream today. Unplanned. I have really nothing planned. Okay, nothing has been planned. I have no real thought of what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to watch Andrew Wilson, a great creator, a great debater, right? Very logical person in my point of view. Debate seven about 7 black people. So I think it'll be interesting. Hopefully you guys will like it. Hopefully you guys will like it. All right, let's I watched a little bit of it. Right? I was just watching a little bit of it. But I figured why not just watch it on stream with you guys? It might be fun because I love watching Andrew debate.
That didn't do tribe, he didn't do nothing. Get him out of jail. He defended himself, right? Would your fan base, the people that support you, Rachel Wilson, Rattlesnake, all these people that have very strong sentiments about the situation, say Andrew needs to go to jail because he responded in a disproportional way by shooting a guy that puts his hands on him? Or would they say, hey man, stand your ground?
Well, I'm sure my close friends and family would definitely support me, even if I was the agitator, absolutely. But I don't think that my normative fan base or general people that I interact with would be very supportive at all. In fact, the reason I won that engagement overwhelmingly is because I was cool, calm, and collected and refused to escalate it.
So if you escalate,
I refused to escalate the engagement. Instead, I de-escalated the engagement. It's literally the opposite of what happened here. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know how you draw the parallel.
No, the parallel is a hypothetical, like you usually do. You bring hypotheticals to see if people are logically consistent.
Usually are analogous that I bring up.
Yeah, but this situation is very close to what happened to you. This is what I'm saying. If this situation escalated because Wes decided to put his hands on you, he was the one that was pussy and threatened you but didn't do nothing, I guarantee you most people would literally say, hey, respectfully, this lasts to protect Andrew. He warned him first. He gave him a warning shot. Look at where we at. Don't do that to me. And if he did something, everybody will rile up and actually stand beside you because you actually have the right to defend yourself.
Do you think even the reaction of my audience would be much different if I jumped up on the stage and I said, this fucking pussy's not going to do anything. Neither are all you fucking pussies. And then he came over and he shoved me and I pulled out a gun and shot him in the chest. You think that everybody would just be super supportive of me, huh?
I
super supportive of me.
I know that they will be super supportive because I've been watching you for years, and every time there was a situation, let's go. What do they think about Trayvon Martin? What do they think about Rittenhouse? What do they think about all these people? What do they think about Mr. Chong?
Just vibe it out, bro.
No, what I'm saying is, once again, there's a pattern of behavior that we observe from years ago, where when a white man decides to go ahead and chase somebody because of some Skittles, chase somebody because of a bottle of water, chase somebody because he was protecting something city from looters, and all of a sudden he's being chased by the crowd, all of y'all say, They deserve to die. They deserve to die.
This is the stupidity of I'm sorry. This is why I don't believe in race. Damn it. Okay. That's annoying. Thank you. Okay. So let's play this a little again. I don't know if you guys heard this part.
Wait, we talking about you. Wait, we talking about you, not the school, brother. We talking about the school.
Let him finish this. Why are you bringing California to actually protect people from actually getting jumped? Go ahead, Andrew.
Florida has a different set of stand your ground laws than Texas does. That's one. The reason I bring in the state of California is because it has distinct laws about self-defense too. Wouldn't have been able to use the same laws to protect myself in California, having a concealed carry, that I would have been able to in Florida. And Florida does have better stand your ground laws than Texas does, though Texas does have pretty good laws when it comes to this. So, but ultimately, I think in Texas, I still may have ended up in a problem unless the guy attacked me. And I think in Florida, I would have too. In other words, if I had walked over to him and shoved him, right, or something like this, or escalated the situation by going out and saying, "You're all a bunch of fucking pussies. Come on, bring it on, motherfucker, bring it on." And then he shoved me. I think I'd be in a world of hurt right now.
Sure. So instead of actually asking you, I will ask all your supporters, and you know him very well. You have a very loyal fan base and all that. If that man, Wes Watson, matter of fact, I will tell you this side in Wakanda, right? No, everybody will be defending you. Hey, man, sir, get you out of jail. He didn't do nothing. Go ahead, go. He did. We become the didn't do tribe. He didn't do nothing. Get him out of jail. He defended himself, right? Would your fan base, the people that support you, Rachel Wilson, Rattlesnake, all these people that have very strong sentiments about the situation, say Andrew needs to go to jail because he responded in a disproportional way by shooting a guy that puts his hands on him? Or would they say, "Hey, man, stand your ground"?
Well, I'm sure my close friends and family would definitely support me, even if I was the agitator. Absolutely. But I don't think that my normative fan base or, general people that I interact with would be very supportive at all. In fact, the reason I won that engagement overwhelmingly is because I was cool, calm, and collected and refused to escalate it.
So if you think they would,
I refused to escalate the engagement. Instead, I de-escalated the engagement. It's literally the opposite of what happened here. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know how you draw the parallel.
No, the parallel is a hypothetical, like you usually do. You bring hypotheticals to see if people are logically consistent.
Usually are analogous that I bring up.
Yeah, but this situation is very close to what happened to you. This is what I'm saying. If this situation escalated because Wes decided to put his hands on you, he was the one that was pussy and threatened you.
And he's trying to compare it to Carmelo Anthony, right? He's trying to compare it to Carmelo Anthony. Here's the thing where there are a bit of differences, okay? The threat of life isn't as a, I'm not saying it's impossible, right? But it's not the hugest thing when it comes to children, right? The threat of life isn't the hugest thing when it comes to children. Second, they're children. They're children. They're not adults. I'm sorry. We don't even let them smoke, right? We don't even let them get tattoos. We don't let them vote. So really, let's be honest. They're children. Like, standing your ground is not necessarily for children. Okay, it's not. Or it's not with the idea of children. It's not with the idea of children killing other children. It's not. It really isn't.
But didn't do nothing. I guarantee you most people would literally say, "Hey, respectfully, this laws to protect Andrew. He warned him first. He gave him a warning shot. Look at where we at. Don't do that to me. And if he did something, everybody will rile up and actually stand beside you because you actually have the right to defend yourself."
Do you think even the reaction of my audience would be much different if I jumped up on the stage and I said, "This fucking pussy's not going to do anything. Neither are all you fucking pussies." And then he came over and he shoved me and I pulled out a gun and shot him in the chest. You think that everybody would just be super supportive of me, huh?
I
super supportive of me.
I know that they will be super supportive because I've been watching you for years And every time there was a situation, let's go. What do they think about Trevor Martin? What do they think about Rittenhouse? What do they think about all these people? What do they think about Mr. Chong?
Just
What do they think?
find it out, bro.
Now, what I'm saying is, once again, there's a pattern of behavior that we observe from years ago, where when a white man decides to go ahead and chase somebody because of some Skittles, chase somebody because of a bottle of water, chase somebody because he was protecting something city from looters, and all of a sudden he's being chased by the crowd, all of y'all say they deserve to die.
You know what? This is why I don't believe in racism, right? At least not in today's age. I don't believe in racism. I believe in tribalism. Okay, because let's be honest. Let's be honest. If the situation was reversed, sure. Joke away. If the situation was reversed, right? If the situation was reversed, right, where let's say the white boy, killed, stabbed, Carmelo Anthony after being pushed. Are Asians white people? Are Asians white? No, they're not white. What was I saying? Yeah. If the situation was reversed, right, where a white boy stabbed a black boy, right, after being pushed or insulted, I don't believe that the black community would be standing behind the white boy, right? They would still be standing behind the black boy, right? It's, even if a situation were reversed. So I believe it's more tribalism than actual justice, right? I don't think people actually care about justice. They just care about whatever, their own demographic, their own people. So I think this is like thing that you want to say, oh, white people this, white people that. Well, I think black people are no different, right? I've seen a few videos of black people saying that even if Carmelo Anthony was found guilty, they still wouldn't. They would still stand behind him, right? Or they still think he's free. Like there was this, like early on in this video, this guy said he doesn't care that Carmelo Anthony stabbed the guy, right? He doesn't care that the kid died. He still think the kid, Carmelo Anthony should be free. Obviously, you only cared because the race. So I believe it's tribalism less than racism. Tim, what is up?
Well, I would say that I agree with you that it's tribalism, but I think it's more sophisticated tribalism now, because I'd rather defend some a black Christian conservative than some white liberal, some white liberal Antifa dude.
Well, there's different
Yeah.
types of tribalism, right? The
Right.
tribalism you're talking about in that case is the conservatism, right? So there's that's why I say tribalism, because it's all group based, right? It's either Democrats, Republicans, the left, the right, black, white, conservative, traditional. It's all these. That's why that's why I said I don't really believe in racism. I believe in tribalism.
I don't believe in racism either, because it's intellectually unsophisticated.
I agree.
So if someone's if a white person is racist against a black person, or a black person is racist against white people, I dismiss both those people because they're intellectually inferior to me. Because racism, it's silly. It was invented by, if you look back on who invented, the races, it was like a 16th century Austrian. I can't remember his name right now, but go on Wikipedia and you can trace who decided all these races. It was totally arbitrary.
Yeah.
It's just I mean, so if all these, if people, if the people that are agreeing with, think that racism is real or good, it's all because of this white Austrian in the 16th century.
No, I mean people really didn't distinguish race like that. Early on in the human history.
Right. Yeah. It was just people who were dominant and people who were submissive. The Romans were dominant because they were.
Yeah.
I kind of admire the Romans in some ways, and then they were very cruel people. but man, they got things done for a while anyway.
I mean, that's why they were a big empire.
That we introduced the Andrew Wilson on this situation. What
The lack
changes
of
now?
escalation, bro, like we just determined 15 times. I don't know
Yeah,
what is hard here. What are you not getting here? What are you confused about?
So
I
you
did everything in my power not to escalate the situation.
Yes, sir.
He did everything in his power to escite the situation.
You put
I-
your-
I
Is
didn't-
there
so
a
this
distinction
is
now
a-
or
this
no?
is a-
Do you see the
Yeah.
distinction?
So,
Don't see
Patty,
it?
now, fantastic. You got it. I just want to point out, Andrew, that you like to use hypotheticals to see if people are logically consistent, and now you are refusing to engage to the said hypothetical by saying because
What
I
part of the
didn't.
hypothetical
No,
am I not
because
engaging with?
no, it's because you doing the but I didn't do it, but I didn't do it, but I didn't do it. That's what the hypothetical
No, you
is. What if?
specifically
what if
asked
you did?
me,
Hmm?
and okay, what if I did? So what's the question?
So you would
What
go.
are asking?
So Andrew, you like if you did that, you think you should go to jail. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, if I escalate a situation instead of de-escalate a situation when I'm armed, right? And
Mhm.
try to
It's the same situation. The West.
yeah,
situation.
try to purposely create conflict while I'm armed. That's completely irresponsible. And I think at the very least I'd get a manslaughter charge, but I think I'd get a
Okay.
murder charge.
Oh yeah, but that's the thing. Should you die? Should you get convicted? Like you said that it was too. Like you think that he should have the death penalty. Should Andrew Wilson have the death penalty because Mr. Wes Watson escalated the situation and actually pushed you or shoved you or did anything to you in
Yeah,
Florida? Where
if it's the case that I'm creating provocation so that I can kill somebody, yeah, that sounds premeditated. To me.
who created provocation? Metcalf
That
by
would have
actually.
been me creating the situation.
No, it wasn't. No, it was him.
I'm trying to make this as analogous as possible to engage directly with the hypothetical.
Sure.
Okay. If it's the case, and this was seen to be critical to both the prosecution and the defense,
Mhm.
that this guy was saying things like, you're all a bunch of fucking pussies, you're all sissies, you're all wusses, shit like this. He was escalating the situation as much as he possibly could in order to force a confrontation. That's when he stabs the guy in the chest. I think that if I had done the exact same thing or the exact same parameters with Wes Watson, that yeah, I would have been arrested, justifiably so, and probably would have gone to jail for murder.
Yes. So for me to land, I think you are like the escalator was clearly Wes Watson on that situation. Nobody would say that you were the escalator for you teasing him and talking about like because you were teasing him. You were kind of provoking him here and there. You were throwing some pot shots.
Hang on. There's no choice for me to walk away there. That was a panel situation.
Oh, that was a choice.
Hang on, calm down. Just let me say my piece. In that situation, we were supposed to be there having an argument.
Sure.
That was the point of us being there. These guys weren't at a football game for the purpose of having an argument. I was literally there to have an argument. That's what my occupational standard there was. Andrew's going to go up on the stage and have an argument with you. That was what my job is. My occupation. Yeah.
But where I don't see no chain in your leg. Like, are you chained on the chair? Like, it look like it's a tall chair, but I think you can jump off it and leave, just like Anthony could do it. You chose to stay, even though you were being threatened, and he chose to stay, even though he was threatened. He is clearly the antagonistic.
But the guy didn't tell him to leave. Oh, laughing man. I'm just chilling, right? Tired, right? Got late off of work today. Got off of work late today, so I'm just watching something for a little bit. Just to chill. I was watching this anyway, so I just wanted to watch it live with you guys. So it's just a chill stream.
He's clearly the hey, Andrew. After that, because I went and watched the show. After that, like 3 or 4 minutes later, he literally asked the crowd, "Hey man, should I smack him? Should I smack him, guys? Should I?" And everybody was like, "Hey, chill." He started the situation.
I agree.
And when he was warned, he kept going. The same way Metcalf started the situation. He didn't react violently, and he says, "Don't touch me. Touch me again." Do what? And they touched him again. So
And
what?
how did it? So here's where it becomes disanalogous.
Huh?
Where am I escalating and provoking the situation rather than de-escalating?
He is.
Not provoke. Exactly.
No.
in the
One
case-
second,
in the
please.
case he's
And
playing the
Andrew.
role,
Andrew, please,
at
Andrew.
some
One
point
second.
you gotta let me respond to
No,
this.
I know, Andrew, but you asked a question, right?
Yeah,
he-
but I
No, I got
yeah,
you. I got you. It's perfect. It's like 2 seconds. It's 2 seconds. He escalated the situation, but you were throwing pot shots from that moment until the end of the show. I literally have the transcript where you keep throwing pot shots and talking about that dude and provocate him over and over and over again. What
Those
is the
are all
difference?
forms of what I was doing was forms of de-escalation. All of it was de-escalation. The idea also there was I was literally in my occupation brought up to make arguments. That's my occupation. I wasn't at a football fucking game where I could just walk away from the person. Okay, I was up on a stage. There was 2 sides in which you could get off the stage. Both of them had people in front of them, including Wes Watson's goons on both sides. So I don't know. First of all, you don't even know the facts there. The second problem that you have is even if I were to be the most charitable to this view I possibly could be, let's look at it objectively.
Sure.
If it was the case that I jumped up, because in this scenario, you're utilizing Metcalf is Watson, and I am Carmelo. This is where where you're trying to make the analogous feature. And it's like that's fair enough. But the distinction is that I did no provocations. I didn't stand up on the fucking stage. I didn't call the audience a bunch of pussies. I didn't say, if you don't do anything, you're a little bitch. I didn't do any of that shit. None of it. I did not escalate the situation. I de-escalated it. Well, I have transcripts here that say opposite, at least according
Right.
according to eyewitness testimony. And by the way, with me, there's
Mhm.
no chance that you could mess
20
up eyewitness testimony. It went out to millions of people.
Sure, but what you said is, I didn't have a choice. Yes, you did. I was surrounded by goons. So was he. He was on the opposing tent that has none of his friends, that is all the other people engaging into a person that is bigger than him. First, you use look at the size difference. It's the same size difference or even worse when it
You
comes
haven't
to them.
proven that.
I was surrounded
Not
by
demonstrated that.
if you were on a hostile environment, so was he. He was not on his tent. He was not with his school. He was.
And who's making the claim to the opposition? Even if it was the case that he felt that he was in a hostile environment, that doesn't mean that he was. I didn't feel that I was in a hostile environment. I felt like he was a hostile person in that environment.
And you were-
perhaps some of his goons were too. The second point to the claim here, though, is that everything that I did was de-escalation. Had I gone over to Wes Watson and provoked him and done this and that, and by the way, had a gun where I shouldn't have and things like this, I'm sure the outcome would have been very different. This kid was not allowed to have a knife at the school. He was not allowed to pull it out. He was not allowed to stab him. They weren't allowed.
Okay.
They weren't
So
allowed
now,
to do this shit.
fantastic. I promise. This is the last thing. So I went back and looked at the transcript. You said that dude was a jailbird. You said that he was raped in prison. Great. Sorry, YouTube. You said after this dude literally tried to attack you and says, should I slap him? You talk about his bald head. You said he was a jailbird. You said that he was raped in prison. You said that his veins are popping out of his head because he doesn't have no hair. You escalated the situation.
And here, I'll prove it to you. I will prove it to you. If you watch the video and you watch back and forth, it was actually only when I started to talk smack back that he calmed down. That was it. That was when he actually calmed down. Is when I said some shit back to the guy. So I never made a provocation towards him. I didn't get in his face. He didn't come and get in my face. If he had, maybe the situation would have become very different. But I still would have moved towards de-escalation.
Sure.
And I was fully allowed under my rights in the state of Florida to have a firearm in that open arena. I would not have been at a school, especially not a public event. And a public event like that is not a place where you're going to take a weapon unless it's the case that you think there's going to be some type of trouble. Generally speaking, that's what the association is going to be. So he was violating the law under multiple terms. The situations were not analogous at all, not to mention the fact that he was there for a sporting event. I was brought up on stage to make arguments aggressively, which is what people often invite me on their panels and on their shows to do, like you did for this one.
Sure. So, hey, fantastic. Who got on who face?
What?
Who got on who?
Also, Metcalf got in Carmelo's face. That's what I was going to ask you about. 'Cause you
Well,
said-
hey, fantastic. It's just so. Anthony
Yeah, so-
was you. Anthony was you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He would.
Anthony was you. He was you.
So
Yes.
that's what I was gonna ask. So that's what I was gonna ask too. So even though we're
Did I jump up and call everybody a bunch of pussies? Say everybody here is a bunch.
No. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Oh, one second. Oh, let's not use the semantic shit. He only jumped up because a 6'2", 200 and something pounds got in his face. First rule of a man: if somebody gets on your face and it's confrontational, you have to jump up and stand up. You're not going to be seated there waiting for somebody to block you. What is jumping up? No, well, please, 1 second, friends. What is jumping up, Henry? Why are you mentioning that? What is jumping up?
Do you remember how I didn't jump up?
No, you remain seated
Mhm.
because he didn't.
Because I was
Because he didn't come to your fight.
Because I was
Hey,
de-escalating.
Manny, let me have it. So again, Andrew, this is what I'm saying too, right? So let's say this plays out the way that it played out, to where Wes, who isn't that bigger than you, unless you're like a midget. Wes, I just looked it up. I already knew he was a little fella from just looking at him and understanding.
Okay, how
He might
big is
be a
he?
little wide. He's 5'8", bro.
No, it's
5'8".
not.
How tall are you?
That's not true.
It is true. He's 5'8". I literally just Googled it. I seen him prepare- hold on, wait.
That's
I
actually
already
just
know.
not. I just don't believe.
I'm saying,
Ali, 1 second, Ali. Wes
I'm giving
Watson
it
is.
back to, no, I'm giving it back to Fantastic.
No, Ali. Wes Watson is officially 5'8". Both
Yeah,
of Yes.
130 pounds.
I knew we're like 6 feet
Yeah.
tall, and I say he's a small guy. He's small, wide, and loud.
What
So
is
let's-
your source? What is your source for this official?
I just Googled it. The dude has been interviewed, I don't know how many times in documentaries and prison stuff and so on and so forth, but I'm pretty sure we were to pull up his
Okay,
mugshot,
then tell me the
show
source
you.
for the Google.
Okay, well, I don't know, bro. Just Google.
You don't know,
Wes
so I'm just
Watson
supposed to take your
mugshot.
fucking word for it, huh?
Again, listen, Andrew, let's not do this, brother.
No,
not
let's
run.
do this. I want to know
Let's
that. I want to know the
Well, I'm
specifics.
gonna ask you this. I'm gonna ask you this. And,
After you answer my question, you can ask one. What
well,
is
no,
your
I've
source?
already answered it.
What
I'm
is
gonna
your
ask, how tall
source?
are you? How tall are you?
What is your source?
How tall? Google.
I'm 6 foot. What is your source?
Okay, so that's even worse. If you're 6 foot, that means you're bigger than him.
No, that would mean I'm taller than him, not bigger than
Well,
him.
taller,
And then the
bigger,
second-
whatever.
The
That
second
means
thing.
that means your size would be more
The
comparable.
second. The
A
second.
5'8" man versus a 6 foot man is comparable, bro.
Prove he's
Because-
5'8".
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Don't worry,
Oh,
Fantastic.
you're
I'm
all
working
gonna
on it.
work on it together to try to prove this.
No,
thing?
he's not together.
He got to, he got to prove it too, though. So what's your source,
Yeah, so prove it.
Andrew? No, you too, Andrew. Since he got to prove it, you got to prove it too, though. You got to bring
It's
your
not
sources.
my fucking claim.
Well, you know, it is odd that
No, you said he's
Well,
not.
that size is
Hey, it was this.
5'8".
Prove it. Yes, I will
Because
prove
I've
it that he's
seen
bigger.
him in person, and he was not that much shorter than I am.
Okay.
So he is shorter than you. He was
I think so. I
scared.
think he comes up to about here.
All right, and if you're 6 feet tall, that's a 4-inch difference, bro.
You know, that's like
Where you
5'10",
touching your head.
5'10", 5'11".
No, it's not.
I don't know if you can do
You
math,
can
but that's
touch
like
your
2
head.
inches.
All right, hold
That's
on.
2
So,
inches, bro.
Andrew, do us a favor. You're
Yeah.
stopping at your hairline. Stop at the top of your skull. Your hairline and your skull
That
are
would
not the
be-
same thing.
1 second, friend. So I went and Googled little quick, and there's like a video literally talking about Wes Watson and another dude. And the dude clearly, like, the first thing he said in the video is, "Oh, 6 foot, I can look over you." So we clearly below 6 foot. This might be 6
Nobody
foot
made
8.
the claim he
And
wasn't
he
below
admitted it.
6
He admitted
foot. In
he's
fact, that's
taller
my
than
claim.
No,
He's not 6 foot.
No, that's what you do. For example, when Donald Trump says I'm 6'3", you compared him with other people that say they are 6'3",
This is not
6'4",
proof. This is not.
It's not
evidence.
proof.
Okay,
You got it. Fantastic, you got it.
He's 5'8".
let's meet
That's
in the
the
middle
specific
so we don't get
claim.
lost in the middle.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's meet
Fantastic.
in the middle, right? Let's meet in the middle. Most people wouldn't see this man being way much bigger than you for you to be able to be that intimidated by a man that you're taller than by, let's say, what do you want to say, 3 inches, 2 inches? If you want to say that?
Probably 2 inches, yeah.
2 inches. All right. So no one sees Wes Walker or whatever his fucking name is, and you being this huge disparity in size of where you're at a disadvantage.
You
okay?
are out of your fucking mind if you think people didn't watch that video and see the distinction in size, muscle mass, everything else, and think
But you don't
guy
see the
wasn't
distinction between
way
Austin and
fucking
Carmelo?
better.
Well, again, man, maybe we got different eyes because I'm a real big person in real life. So he's
You
small
gotta
to
be
me.
kidding me. You a
What does that have to
Small-
do with anything?
small-
You
he's
a
small to
You're
me.
not making a comparison of him and you.
Well, no,
Make a
I'm making a
comparison of him
comparison of
and
what
me.
most men.
So what?
Well, I'm telling you, and I'm just giving you my perspective. I don't think most men looked at that thing, and I remember. Now I didn't see it when you guys did it live, but shortly after you guys did it, I was like, okay, this dude is like, he's a roid head, but he's not really big. He's not big for real. He's not like Larry Wheels,
And
he's
look,
big for his size.
I'm guessing in comparison to you, I'm also probably not very big.
Yeah, very
but
small.
we're not making a comparison of me to you. We're making a
Yeah, I
comparison of
understand that. I'm
me to
saying
Wes
most
Watson.
men, I'm saying looking at you,
There's no human being on planet Earth who's going to look at the disparity, size difference between me and Wes Watson and think in any fucking world that guy's not way fucking bigger than I
So
am.
how the fuck
You're
you
not
doing
gonna
that with
talk about
Austin and fucking Carmelo
it. I
then?
never claimed
How are you able to do that?
When did
So
I
either way
ever
it goes.
claim that he
So either way
wasn't
it goes.
bigger? What you
So either way it
talking
goes, though.
about?
No, let's move forward. So
Just
either way
making
it goes,
shit up. Just
I
making
got you.
shit
So
up.
either way it goes, it still supports the roles that we've said. You accepted yourself to be Carmelo, right? You're making him out to be Austin Metcalf. You claimed that you said, and I was actually trying to give you bail or give you an out in this, but being that you want to just staunchly stick to it and say that he's so much bigger than you, this literally lines up the same way. So the way you have this,
That's not in dispute. That's not the point.
okay, right.
That are in
I'm
dispute.
just walking it down so everybody understands that we both agree now, right? And it's not about a dispute. So that people that are watching, how many tens of thousands of people you got watching, and the whole audience understands we're on the same page, right? And we're moving on from there.
That's
Fair,
not
right?
what the argument is about.
I'm not saying it's an argument. I said we're just level setting that everybody.
And what is the
understands
relevancy of it if it's not part of the argument?
Okay, well, again, I don't know how many times I gotta say it, so I won't say it again. I guess for the audience purposes, not me and you. Either way, right?
The audience needs to know shit that's not relevant to the argument.
Well,
Why?
no, we need to understand that we have the proper understanding of the scenario and the argument. Is all I'm saying. Okay.
Nobody's
So the argument
confused
is
about
that
the
you have
argument,
accepted.
dude.
Well, brother, you don't have to filibuster, man. You don't like being cut off, but you keep cutting people off, and I'm not.
Go ahead,
You're
interrupt
doing the
from that.
same shit. Come on.
I'm not.
No, it's
I'm not
fine. Go ahead, Fantastic. Interrupt. You got it.
Yeah. So as I was saying, so this literally lines up the same way. This is why Fatty pulled it up, because you did the same thing that people are mad at Carmelo for doing in essence, right? So regardless of what I say, I can talk shit all day, right? I can call you all kinds of pussies. I can call you all kinds of whatever. I can call you whatever fuck I want to call you. If you walk over to me, you have now made it physical, which you don't get to fucking touch me over words, correct?
Yeah, that's usually a crime, correct?
All right, great. So now we agree. So no matter how many pussies and how many whatever the fuck you trash you ass, Austin decided, and this is his error in the whole situation, to walk over and make physical contact with somebody. So now you being, let's say this plays through, would you have shot? Would you think you have shot Wes Walker hypothetically had he walked up to you on that stage after you had warned him? Now, hey, I got a gun. I'm in the state of Florida.
Did Carmelo Anthony warn him that he had a knife?
Well, yes, he did.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. And I'm gonna be honest, right? In my opinion, okay, I don't think someone pushing you deserves to die. I'm sorry. I don't think, like, even if like someone like pushed me, right? It doesn't give me. I still don't think that's a good self-defense argument, right? I don't care if even if Andrew, right? They're talking about what happened to Andrew a while back, right? A guy threatened him, and if a guy came up to him and pushed him, I still wouldn't be on Andrew's side, taking out a gun and shooting the guy who he got pushed. This is the stupid day and age, right? There was a time where if someone pushes you, guess what? You fight them. That is it. You use your fists, right? It's kind of equivalent, right? If he pushes you, you push him. If he punches you, you punch him. It's not that if he pushes you, you stab him, or if he pushes you, you shoot him. What the fuck is that? It's like that's not even equal, right? That's not even the same level of shit. And so I don't even give a shit. I like Andrew Wilson, but if he was arguing with someone and that person pushed him, and what Andrew thought was the logical thing is take out a gun and shoot him, I would say Andrew deserves prison time. And I like Andrew, right? I like the guy. But if his thought process was, you know what, I'm gonna take out my gun and shoot you, yeah, you need to go prison time, because you can't control your emotions, right? Because there's degrees to it. If he pushed you, you pushed him back. Plain and simple. If he punches you, you punch him back. If you can't, it's like if you can't beat him, well, you're shit out of luck. But unless he's trying to kill you, then yeah, if your life was actually in danger, that is what self-defense is, in my opinion.
What I'm saying? So that's what people are arguing. That's your premeditation argument, correct?
Where did he warn him he had a knife?
Well, that's what I'm saying. He didn't warn him exactly that he had a knife.
Okay.
He warned. Hold on. Well, let me finish, bro. He warned him that he had something in his bag. And to your point, since we're going to this transcript, Austin, it was said that Austin said you don't got nothing in that bag. And then I think that's where the whole find out thing can happen, correct?
No,
Correct.
I don't think that that's the correct portion of that.
Is it so?
From the
Correct me.
timeline.
So I'm not being facetious. So correct us into how that played out. Then correct us and show us what it, because I'm familiar with the transcripts. I was using CBS transcripts,
Mhm.
and one of the testimonies said that's what was said between the two parties.
What specifically?
That you don't have anything in that bag.
Mhm.
And then it was the ambiguous part of this whole thing was either touch me and find out or try me and find out, or the whole find out aspect of the situation.
So he didn't warn him that he had a knife.
No, well, he didn't. No, he didn't tell him that he had a knife. He warned him that he had something in that bag.
Yeah,
And
but
as to
if
what was in
he-
that bag was a
he-
mystery.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so he didn't warn him he had a knife. Why? Because he wasn't supposed to have a knife, right?
Understood.
So
Not
the-
disagreeing.
the-
That's
the
not
the distinction here
not
is
being challenged.
I was supposed to have a gun, and I fully within my legal rights to express to a person that
Well,
if you attack a person who's
hold
armed,
on. Speak now.
that you're
My
going
bad.
to get that bad things are going to happen to you. Yes, of
Okay.
course.
I didn't want to cut you off. My bad. Were you done?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, cool. So, and this is where people get the argument, right? So now we have legally, and this was also testimony given by the police officer, Carmelo was able to have the knife. He was not supposed to because of school policy,
Mhm.
but legally, he could possess the knife.
Yeah, but he couldn't legally possess if he was on school grounds, right?
No. If that was the case, it would have been illegal. When they asked the police officer, school policy does not override.
Okay,
legality.
actually, that makes sense to me. Okay.
Okay. So, and again, I'm still, and listen, I'm just arguing the case in point we have here, right?
Yeah.
So my question to Andrew is, okay, Andrew says whatever, has a back and forth to Fatty's point, and you saying, hey, it was just innocent banter back and forth. Well, I would say innocent, just, friendly back and forth banter, jokes, so on and so forth. Wes walks over to fucking Andrew and grabs him up, yokes him up on fucking stage after Andrew told him, hey man, I'm strapped.
Yeah.
Andrew motherfucking shoots him right in the chest.
Mhm.
Andrew dies. Is Andrew wrong?
You mean West?
I'm sorry, yeah, Wes. Yeah.
Mhm.
And, well, no, you're Andrew. Andrew and Carmelo are one's the same. So Andrew shoots Wes right in the chest because Wes walked up to him after
And
he
West
warned
would be
him.
the one who dies, not Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew wouldn't die.
Yeah,
But
but that's what you said. That's why I was saying you mean West dies.
Wes, oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, I'm sorry, Wes dies. You're correct.
Mhm.
And I don't think all white people look the same. You got, you know what I'm saying? You got hair, you got hair, he don't got hair. I'm not, not whatever. But anyway, that's what I'm saying. So Wes
Maybe we
walks
do
over
all
to
look the
Andrew.
same. I don't know.
Man, listen, I got this thing. And what does Andrew do from that point? If Andrew shoots Wes in the chest and kills him, is Andrew justified?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Now, when
All
you
right, so
say
I'm just saying-
when you say he's yoked up, though, what does that mean? That he came over and he shoved me in the shoulder and I pulled out my gun and shot him, or does that mean he actually attacks me?
Well, and that's another thing, Andrew. That's another thing that's I won't say a discrepancy or ambiguous. Because some people said it was a push. Some people say it was a lineman push as to where he grabbed him to aggressive.
Shoulder, I don't think that I would have gotten away with that. I think that would not have been justified under the law.
And we would agree there. And like I said, that's more so what we would agree to, where even and that's what people don't understand about standing your ground defenses, right? I don't think anybody's going to think that your life was threatened and you instantly shoot somebody from a
Correct.
push.
Correct.
Right. So
I agree.
that's why I'm trying to walk this down and get to the point of whatever. Had he wailed on you?
Yeah,
and
I don't.
ass,
Yes, if he had wailed on me,
Yes.
and started doing something like that, and I shot him, then it would have been fine.
Yeah, but even and that's why I wanted to walk this down the way we were doing it, because I live in Florida, and I don't know if people remember a case that happened.
Well,
down
that has
here where-
much better. But by the way, Florida, I think, has better stand your ground laws than Texas.
Oh yeah, way better than Texas. Yeah.
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 So that's a whole different thing. Like
Yeah, so
Texas,
if
for
you
instance,
get
only recently got the constitutional carry, and it still has all sorts of caveats when it comes to stand your ground. Whereas in Florida is like, I mean, you could, maybe in Florida, if you did just touch somebody, it could be.
No, but
maybe you
that's
could
all-
argue it, but I don't think that that's the case there.
No, I was trying to. So that's all, the story I was trying to say, and I was trying to get rid of this. And I'm a lane. I'm we want somebody to come up. People think stand your ground is a very, very strong defense when it's really, really not. More people lose stand your ground cases than win them. and it's cut as dry. It's not if people think staying around is a permission to kill a motherfucker if they touch you or they do
Yeah, just
almost nice.
using your firearm usually is a losing proposition.
Yeah,
Almost always.
so,
It's almost always a better idea to avoid all circumstances in which you will have to de-escalate them as quickly as possible. So I don't think that these situations are analogous. I'm not here to argue about whether or not self-defense isn't appropriate or that people shouldn't be able to defend themselves. I'm a big believer that people should be able to defend themselves. Big believer that people should be able to carry guns. Right? It's not the knife itself, even I wouldn't even say is an issue. If you say legally they're allowed to carry it because it's a 2-inch folding knife or something like this, fine, that's fair enough too. But that really doesn't have any merits to do with the case of escalation followed by stabbing in the chest region. And I think that
When does escalation start?
Hang on. I
mean,
think
y'all
that the
just told
state,
these
hang
words.
on, dude. I'm almost done, and then you can go. I'm almost done. I'm
I
right.
got you, Tez. Don't worry about it. I got
Then
you. Go ahead.
yeah, so I mean, ultimately, when we walked it through, it sounds like you and I agree more than we disagree. Ultimately,
Let me just show this before we go. And look, the ladies, I'll have a different question for y'all because we need to move to the second part of this. Okay, just to make sure it was booked and he's 5'8". Okay, Wes Watson was booked. Somebody said the police, so we went and find out. Thank you very much to the Untouchable Empire. I appreciate y'all. The homework, and he's 5'8", so we were trying to go next. This is my question for you, ladies. Okay, second part of the show. And friends, we're going to read the super chats. The second question is, and Ali, you go after them. Okay, if it's possible. Let's go with this one. Motivated. Okay, your opinion. I need you, SH, Smell the Roses, Ali, King Riches, and Taz to actually answer this, and then Andrew piggybacks off what y'all say.
Yo, why? Jeremiah, what's up, guys? What's up? It's just a chill stream, okay? I'm tired. Just got off of work. So I'm just watching something. I was gonna watch it anyway. So I figured watch it on stream with you guys. If you guys want to watch. Again, it's just a chill stream. Right? Nothing so far I'm particularly reacting to. So hope you guys are doing well.
Okay. Do you guys think that the verdict was racially motivated? Let's start with Sage. We'll go to Smell the Roses and then bring the fellas up.
Yeah, so my research is still fairly new, but I do see that the whole jury was white. There was no black.
Let me correct you. It was not all white. There was no black people there. There was some Asians and some Latinos.
Oh, sorry, there was no
Muslims, Asians,
yeah,
and
no black people in the jury. That's what I meant to say. Right, no black people in the jury. So yeah, I believe that could play a part in the racial aspect of the case. Yeah, that's my answer.
Smell.
I love it. How's your are you going on C yet, or you're not doing that right now?
The Roses.
I actually agree with SH on this one. I think that we have enough data and tech.
I'm good. I'm chill. I'm tired. I'm actually tired. Like I said, just finished work. Got home not too long ago and ate something, and I'm just on stream with you guys. Just chilling.
Technology these days.
DA, we need some liberal progressive women in here.
I don't think.
Where are all those feisty liberal progressive women that come on your chat occasionally?
I only have the only liberal one I have is Zyrax.
Yeah.
Her.
Where is she at? Get her on here.
I don't know. She's probably doing things with her family.
Right.
She has kids and husbands. So it happens.
Not for long. She'll always have the kids, but not necessarily the husband.
I mean, who knows, right? Asian people do have long-term marriages in the shipyard now for the summer now. Okay. So so it's off season for you right now? Love it.
So, if it's whatever the demographic is stacked out there in whatever county that they're in, that should have been what the jury represented. So when you don't have that kind of representation in the jury pool, then you open yourselves up for people to say that it is racially motivated.
Ali, please answer. Damn, Ali, you got the babies. Tess, do you think that this was racially motivated?
Well, like I was saying earlier, the defense is not the defense that I saw was definitely a guilty verdict. It was not a manslaughter. It was not a not guilty. It was a guilty verdict. So no, I don't think the defense was adequate enough for us.
I think that it's actually ridiculous that there was no black representation on the jury. I think that it would have been more balanced and fair to have black jurors on that panel. So I think that
I saw this lawyer, right, talking about fairness. You're not. It's like this is a thing where you're not. You don't have the right for supposed fairness, right? Like your supposedly your peers, all that shit, right? It's just people that live in your community. So all the people in that jury, right, are people that live in that city, right? So those are your peers. Right? It doesn't mean that it has to be black people to be your peers. No, it doesn't have to be. Right? It doesn't have to be black people in the jury to be fair. The only thing that makes it fair is that it has to be people that live within your city, live within the surrounding area of said crime. That is the only thing that that the courts will give you.
it wasn't going to be a balanced and fair situation, especially with all the racial tensions that we see.
Okay, that's cool.
In society.
Then what do you do on your day off then? I mean, what do you do during these time? Do you participate in fixing this stuff too?
Now, I think that it would have been a smarter move to have like more diversity on the jury panel, to be honest.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let me just say this, right? Because based on what I'm hearing, I do believe that representation should be had, but I don't know, or if anybody can answer this question, if there was black representation based on how the evidence presented itself with this case, would it have changed anything?
Well, that's what I'm saying. No.
Is that a question to you?
Yeah, I'm saying it's to everyone, but I don't think it would have changed the verdict. I don't think it would have affected it.
It's speculative. I have no idea.
And as we have a lot of cases where a black jury or a white jury or the jury, like they like the I don't want to bring like old cases, but black people are biased too, right? The O.J. Simpson, kind of everybody thinking guilty. So
just real quick.
The glove didn't fit. What are you talking about?
Oh, of course.
And that old black lady snitched. Smell the roses. She snitched, man. She snitched. She said it was a get back verdict, man. She snitched. She told a lie, man. She told the truth. But no, so Fatty, even more importantly, right? There was a more recent case here, one just a few weeks before this one in South Carolina with the child case. Mm-hmm. The child case had 5 black jurors on it that found the man not guilty. And to me, that was more clear cut a murder case where a kid gets shot in the back while running away, right? Firearm or not, I didn't believe the case of the son's account of him having the gun pointed at him, but clearly that one. And then you have 5 black jurors that somehow found the man, the Chinese man, not guilty, but shooting.
So wait a minute. Fantastic. 5 FBA black people or
what
does that mean?
Are these white people from Ireland or are they from Kentucky? Where are these white people from? Come on.
That's relevant. Fantastic, because you're not down with it. But
and she's talking about foundational black Americans. That's stupid, right? Let's be honest. Foundational black Americans that are, I don't know, that ancestors are from America, not immigrated to America. Let's be honest. They've killed plenty of black people. So what difference would it make? I hate people like this. They're so fucking low IQ.
I actually agree with her. in a certain way because some of these like this guy that's from England. And what does he know about black culture in the United States? The host of
This
it.
guy. Oh,
Yeah, right.
I
Yeah,
think this
King
guy's
Rich, King
King Rich.
Richie.
Yeah, he's from England.
Yeah, what the hell does he know about um, black culture in America? And
Yeah, I mean,
the host, what does he know about? He's got a like a French accent or something like
yeah,
that.
I think the host is probably an immigrant too. But
Right.
let's be honest. I mean, here's my thing with that. It's like, to be honest, so what? You think that foundational Black Americans or Black Americans don't kill other Black Americans? It means nothing, right?
Well,
I
no,
swear.
but I didn't know that term. But foundational Black Americans have created um some culture in the United States.
I mean, yeah, of course.
that
There's the Black American
that
culture is like there. Yes,
right
I
that
agree.
that King Richie he doesn't know anything about, and the host of it he doesn't know anything about.
Yeah, no, they
I
definitely
mean,
don't.
right? King
wouldn't
Richie
do that.
doesn't know about jazz and blues and soul. I mean, he
No,
thinks he does just because he has the same amount of melanin. But there is something to be said about black people um who are here who are here who are ancestors of the people who are here, right?
no, I agree. There's a
Even
difference.
back in like the civil rights movement, King Richie wasn't here in the civil rights movement. He wasn't even born then.
Yeah, but I'm
And
pretty
this
sure most of the people on here wasn't then.
right, but
Even though if
smell
they're foundational Black Americans.
right, but Smell the Roses probably has ancestors that were involved in that. I would assume since he's bringing it up. But I think that is a valid point.
Here's my thing where now I don't disagree that foreign Black people don't necessarily know
Right.
the life, the hardship of Black Americans. I agree with that. But to think that Black Americans actually care about other Black Americans more or whatever than immigrant Black American or immigrant Black people, there's no data for that. There's no I don't even think that's even actually true. So
Well, no,
I don't
I
know.
agree with you. I don't think foundational Black Americans care at all about immigrant Black Americans. And I don't think
I don't even think they care about financial Black Americans either. I don't think they care about other Black Americans.
Well-
I don't think they. I mean, they care, right? They would care. I've said this in many other videos, right? And I've seen this right. Black Americans care about Black Americans when it comes to a situation about other races. So let's say a situation: a white guy kills a black American, an Asian guy kill Black American, Hispanic, any other guys, right? Any other races kill a Black American, they care. But when a fellow Black American kills another Black American, there's crickets. They're not out here debating or talking all this smack and all this shit. They're not. I see it plenty of times. None of the big time creators or whatever are actually talking about, oh my God, look at all the black and black crimes. Look at all the, Black Americans killing Black Americans. Even though they know that's true, even though they know that's a bigger issue than white men or Asian men killing Black Americans, they're not talking about that. So that's where I find that, to be honest, a mute point.
right. I agree with you on that, but at the same time, I see I see there's some worth in what she's saying.
No, yeah, I agree. When okay, let's say like King Rich, right? He's from the UK. If he's out here talking about like rap or the Black American culture, right? If he's talking about the Black American culture, 100%, he knows shit. He doesn't know shit about it. He has no balls in the game. He has no right to talk about that shit.
And he shouldn't be on this panel because he has no conception. He's just
Well,
does
I
he-
figure
does he-
because he's on this. I mean, this is his panel,
right,
so I'm
yeah.
not
It's
surprised that he was
like
on.
these two guys, the host and this other guy, they have no right being on commenting on this because they're not immigrants. They're
Yeah.
not really black Americans. They're just
I'm not. I'm not a stickler like that, right? I'm not a big stickler on because in my opinion, opinions are opinions, right?
right.
I've always stand on. I don't give a shit who says the opinion.
Right.
I'd rather debate the opinion than the person because honestly, when you debate the person, you are, in my opinion, triggered, right? You're emotional. You're not logical. I would debate your opinion. I don't give a shit. Like what people, people will say, oh, if they say shit about okay, the recent thing, right? The Rick Chow shit. Okay, the Rick Chow shit. People are saying that Asian people are racist. I say fuck no, and I don't care if you're black that says that. I don't care if you're white. I don't care who you are that says that. I say Asian people in general aren't racist. They're not racist. One, let's say at the worst, they're ignorant because they might not know black people, right? Two, they're not racist. They're just giving the same fucking energy you give them, they're giving it back to you. Right? Like the attitude that they receive in, let's say, in the businesses they own, right? They're giving you that attitude back. Plain and simple. So sometimes when an Asian person gives an attitude to, let's say, a black person, oh, that's racist. That's not. That's just fucking giving you that same energy back.
Well,
So.
yeah, possibly, but I think, well, I think everyone doesn't. Well, first of all, racism. I don't. Racism is just a social construct.
Yeah.
So I don't believe that racism exists because it is stupid and silly and
Yeah.
not intellectually viable. But Asians, they cannot like different cultures
Yeah.
within the same subset.
All can do that. It's just
Right.
I find we have a day where if a person is being a jerk to you, they're being a jerk to you. And nowadays, if a white person being a jerk to a black person, it's racist. But if a black person say the same thing to the other black person, it's just being a jerk. No, that's the stupidity of it, right? All you're doing is you're not changing the logic. You're just changing the person. That is it, and that's where I find this stupid logic stupid. So,
but it's on the person that I buy some my alcohol from. He's Asian, but I don't know what I don't know if he's Vietnamese or Japanese or Chinese or whatever. But I do know that he doesn't. I was asking. He has a liquor store and a restaurant, and then I was saying, "Do you like this Asian restaurant that's just a few stores away from his liquor store?" And he said, "Nah, I don't want to comment on that." I did. So I took that as I don't know if he didn't want to comment on it because it was like his business against this other person's business, or if it was like he didn't like this other particular culture. Right.
This is the thing where Asian people can hate other Asian people too. I don't even see that's racist. So it's very well known that Chinese hate Japanese.
Right.
So I don't even see that as racist. It's like they hate each other because of history, right?
Right. And then Japanese people don't like Koreans, South Koreans.
Koreans definitely don't like Japanese as well. So it's it's the stupid things. Like there's reasonings behind that, but I don't view it as racism. So
right.
We look this up, and it comes to find out that everybody from an island.
It makes no sense because when white people are on that jury, you don't ask them if they are German, if they are Englishman, if they no, you don't. 1 second, no, you don't. Nobody wants to know.
You don't have to. You don't have to because they already stick to a code.
Respectful. It's foundational Black Americans. She's asking if these people are Americans, descendants of slaves, or if if they are immigrants, and that's
Caribbean or anything like that. But,
yes, and that's ridiculous because Donald Trump is the descendant of Germans. And nobody cares. Who
She's
cares?
not being super serious, Fatty. She's just asking a
Yeah,
question.
it's a joke because
yeah,
it's
it's
this
a joke,
talking
yeah.
point, like,
Yeah,
relax.
she wasn't being super duper serious. And just for people's context, I looked at
I apologize. That's
Yeah, she was joking. But no. So
because I'm a foreigner. My bad.
that was a predominantly black city by the also by the way.
He is a
Ah,
foreigner.
Zyrax,
Yeah.
we're just talking about you. We're just talking about you. It's a chill stream. If you want to, we could do a debate thing. You know, just debate a few questions if you want to, right? If you're up to it.
Not, hey, not tell Nyrax I want to see her new avatar.
Oh, what do you have a new avatar? I don't know if she's going to show a new avatar. I don't know.
It's new.
It was 47% black, and then everything else, everybody else. So it was a predominantly black county, a predominantly black area. The 5 black jurors, a combination of black men and women. I don't know the ratio, but it was
almost equal representation, in other words.
Yeah, that somehow find a man guilty with those things. But to the point, that black defense lawyer did a damn good job for that Chinaman. So I mean, hey.
No, yeah. So I wanted to say earlier. So I saw a super chat that came in that said that in Texas it doesn't matter, because my question was, did we know that he woke up that morning thinking that he was gonna delete somebody?
No,
I love it. I can't wait to see you come on.
it's not like the premeditated. I have a manifesto and I'm going to do this to this person.
Right.
It was premeditated. On the only way that you can say it's premeditated is he warned them about it. He said, "Touch me, and you're going to see what it is." Which kind of, if he didn't say it, I think it would sway people towards his side. But because he warned him about it, people are saying that him saying that he would do something if he touch him again shows intent, shows that he was going to do it if something happened. So
Okay.
I think it changed a little bit.
After
But
the statement, do it again and see what happens.
Yes.
That's where the premeditation comes in. Because
That's-
Andrew's saying that he was going to stab. He knew after that moment that he was going to stab him in the heart. I don't know if
Yo, Juno, what is up? What is up? Guys, it's just a chill stream. If you guys want to come up and debate, we could debate about anything and everything. I'm just, like I said in the beginning, I just got off of work and I was going to cancel the stream, right? But I got off of work. I was watching this, so I figured let's watch it on stream anyway. But if you want to debate anything, we could always debate, right? We could always talk about anything, right? I don't give a shit. We could always just shoot the shit for about anything.
I agree with that part, but here in Georgia,
No, we could debate today, all right? Which clip do you want to talk about? Or do you want to or are you trying to review the clip yourself, and then I mean if you want, right? If you want to review some certain topics, you could do that if you want, right? I mean if you want to do it today, we could also do it today. It's up to you.
I think all women. I think we should repeal the women's right to vote, and women should be in the kitchen having babies. That would solve a ton of problems in the world.
so.
When women had less rights, the world was a better place.
I mean, this is it's not even a clip, right? It's a whole stream, but they're just talking about Carmelo Anthony. So I was just watching it for the hell of it. I don't know. Do I have anything that we could?
Do you want to hear my joke?
Yeah, go ahead. You could tell your joke.
Okay, this is a germ of a joke. So the only time white people can say Negro is when they're talking about black Negro players in the black Negro leagues.
Okay.
Right? Because you can say Negro when you're talking about the players in the black Negro league. I
don't know if you could say that.
Well, you can, because It was a league. Yeah, these players were great.
No, I know
The-
with the baseball, right? The baseball
Yeah,
league.
the black. It was called the Negro Leagues, and they were great players. But it was they weren't allowed to play in the big league.
Okay, let's do it. We could do that. Let's do it. All right, let's do that. Give me a minute.
So did you laugh at that joke? It's just a germ of a joke. Yeah.
It's an interesting joke.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on Kill Tony.
You're going to kill Tony. Yeah,
Yeah,
good luck
that's
with
my
that.
that's kind of my bucket list dream.
Really.
1 minute of stand up
Somehow, what?
on Kill Tony.
And Zyrax doesn't like that joke.
Well, come on here. We'll debate it. That Zyrax, do you know about the Negro Leagues? Yeah, all
Let's
the
do some Myron. Myron Gaines is kind of might be a bit of a
you know, what's funny about what's funny about the Negro Leagues is that all the players that got their stats in the Negro Leagues they're incorporated into Major League Baseball stats. And some Negro League players got Hall of Fame status by just playing in the Negro Leagues.
Bro, I just have two questions. First question, how can Trump exit this war without it looking like a total defeat politically and optically?
Smart fucking question, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much for fucking.
No, yeah. Tim will stop saying it. Tim will stop saying it. I know that. Yeah, I think he's done with the. I think he's done with saying it. So
Gotta think about the joke
Thank you,
though.
man. Holy shit, man. We're in a bad spot, bro. We're in a bad spot because the problem here is that
Was that Zyrax?
consent.
yeah, she's not liking you saying it. So
If she comes on here, I'll apologize to her.
I mean, it's not like she's black, but it's probably a little bit not needed to say.
For all the progressives in the back,
Because she's a woman.
Don't worry, you'll be able to come in
She
and
doesn't
debate.
get it.
What, we got some women, I guess. Ladies first. All right, after him, we'll go ahead and let
Women just don't have the mental capacity.
Oh, I'll be honest, it wasn't that funny. So even I mean, I don't mind racist jokes, but
It's not racist. Do you follow baseball?
I don't follow baseball,
Right. So you don't get it.
but it's using race. So
That's the joke.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's I didn't get it. No, in the Andrew and Fatty event, Manon actually comes. Oh, did he come on? I didn't know he came on. How? Oh, so you watched it before? You watched that one already? Let's see.
After the statement, do it again and see what happens.
Yes.
That's where the premeditation comes in. Because
That's-
Andrew said
Oh, he
that
did.
he was going to stab. He knew after that moment that he was going to stab him in the heart. I don't know if I agree with that part.
We both, right?
Let's check this
one
out.
is one and the other one is a one.
No,
If
that
these
would
men,
violate the law of excluded middle.
so it doesn't. Well, 1 second. So is the law of contradiction, right? Is the law of identity, and is the what is the last law?
The one I just said, law of excluded middle.
Okay, law of excluded middle. He said it. He said right now.
Yeah, but I need you to
that-
listen to what I'm saying.
No, and I know. Let me just play what he said, please. Kind of like harassing you, and you are saying if y'all did this to me,
Milk, what is up? Oh, you didn't see the whole thing. Well, let's react to. You always come up and react it with me.
I will do that to y'all. Like, what is like? Why do you get the benefit of the doubt and you get sympathy from people? Yeah, this is clearly acceptable. And when something happens like this, you kind of like fall back and you don't understand the reaction to what caused that.
I don't know what particular instance you're talking about specifically. I don't know. But what I will say is I think you know, violence should be avoided at almost every situation and should only be used as a last resort to defend yourself from, you know, obviously some kind of serious bodily injury or death.
Yeah, but see, so once again, friends, I don't want y'all to think this is ambush or something. I want y'all to own your words and be consistent. Let's see what happened there.
Guys, the truth, even if it doesn't fucking benefit me, it does not
okay.
benefit me to say anything negative about blacks. It does not benefit me to be critical of Islam. It doesn't. And as a matter of fact, I get a lot of hate for it. I got these stupid ass Pakistani dirty niggas in my chat talking about haram this, haram that. You're a kafir that, murtad, all these other bitch ass shit that if they had told me this shit in person, I'll fucking punch them. Call me murtad to my face, I'll fucking knock you out. Extremely disrespectful shit. That they would never fucking say.
Doesn't that contradict what you said, that violence is the last resort and all that?
I'm glad that you brought that up.
Go
So
ahead.
that's in context of a lot of people. I get death threats all the fucking time, obviously, by being the person I am and having the views that I have. So this was during a period where I was talking and being critical about praying at Times Square being like retarded and not an intelligent thing to do in the United States. So that's what I was referring to. And obviously I get hundreds, if not thousands of death threats from weirdos from all different walks of life, whether it's,
Sure.
you know, angry Muslims, angry blacks, angry, you know, the Jews. Everybody gets pissed off at me for the views that I have. So that's what I was referring to, is like, that's in context of also people giving me death threats all the time, which I get all the time. So that's what I'm saying. But like, but me to just like knock them out only for that, or to, you know, to have some type of altercation for that, you know, you can get angry a little bit or whatever. But honestly, would I really hit somebody over some words? More than likely, unless they were like attacking me or I felt like I was in some imminent danger, probably not. Right.
By the way,
but it's important to understand that that was in context of me getting hundreds of death threats from these fucking guys. Because I think people know when you talk about the Muslims, and Andrew could talk about this, then you
It's
criticize
always
them,
some
they
other
come at you
factors
crazy.
for y'all.
One second, friends.
You'll
Let
always
him land,
have
please.
these other extenuating circumstances that make it okay for y'all. I don't understand that.
There's
second.
actually no-
One second, friend. 1 second. So, but that was not the context at all. You were reacting to people in your chat. I know. One second, please. Andrew,
I'm telling you what was
no,
going on.
I know.
I'm
I know,
telling you what
Mark.
was going on during that period of time that
Okay.
led to that. Okay. You're not the one getting hundreds, if not thousands of death threats. You're not the one
Sure.
people sending your address to you saying, oh, I know where you're at, whatever. I
Mhm.
literally get calls all night from weirdos. You're not getting that. So I'm telling you, that's what was going through my mind. That was what was going on when I said that. Now, obviously, if I were in some kind of altercation with someone and he said, oh, you're a Murtad, blah, blah, I'd probably walk away. People have talked shit to me in person before, and I'll be like, all right, bro, if you're not going to do nothing, get
And this is why I find a lot of people this dishonest, right? It's that you're not talking about situations, right? If it happened, right, where an actual situation where, let's say Myron, right, someone's like, I don't know, calling Myron's name, and he actually beats up a guy. Okay, then you have evidence. But to like the absolute stupidity of, okay, when someone is talking online, they're talking. They're saying what they're feeling at that moment, right? They're saying what they're feeling at the moment. And Myron here is giving him context why he said the things he said. Okay. But let's be honest, we are all human beings, men, women, right? If we're being emotional, we're being emotional. Okay. So what? It happens. It doesn't mean, it's like you don't realize that a lot of people, they just talk. Doesn't mean that they will have the actions to come along with it.
fuck out of here, and I'll just walk away. I typically try to de-escalate situations, not escalate.
Sure. I just wanted consistency, because once again,
Well, can I take you to task on this here, Fatty?
oh, absolutely.
What's the contradiction? Even if it was the case.
No,
that
no,
Myron-
it's-
hang on. Let me ask a question.
Sure.
Even if it was the case that Myron here said that violence should always be the last resort, but he resorted to violence himself as the first resort, what's the actual contradiction there?
Is because he made a definitive statement. He said that we shouldn't do that over words. And
So-
in this video, like I am showing y'all, he says that about words. Is
That's
people in
not
the
a
chat? No.
contradiction.
No, one second. Hey, Andrew, let's strip down the debate thing. I don't know if it's a contradiction. I don't know if it's hypocritical. I know that one second. I know that one statement cancels the other. It can, like, not the laws of logic. It can be both, right? One is one, and the other one is a one.
No,
If
that
these
would
men,
violate the law of excluded middle.
so it doesn't. Well, one second. So is the law of contradiction, right? Is the law of identity, and is the what is the last law?
The one I just said, law of excluded middle.
Okay, law of excluded middle. He said it. He said right now.
Yeah, but I need you
that-
to listen to what I'm saying. to
No, and no. Let me just play what he said, please. And
I
then
know what he said. I just
No,
heard it.
because I want people to hear it again. It's not for you.
Go ahead.
Okay?
Go ahead.
You know, I
The point I'm
go
trying
ahead.
to make is I get a lot of
Sure.
hate for my positions because I tell the truth no matter what. Now, someone like Abba, who's a I
Sir.
will tell you guys the truth, even if it doesn't fucking benefit me. It does not benefit me to say anything negative about blacks. It does not benefit me to be critical of Islam. It doesn't. And as a matter of fact, I get a lot of hate for it. I got these stupid ass Pakistani dirty niggas in my chat for it. I got these stupid ass Pakistani dirty niggas in my chat for it. I got these stupid ass
Can you stop
Pakistani
playing
dirty
that
niggas
over
in
and
my
over?
He's mentioning people in his chat, which is words. Chat is not fist. Chat is not chat is words. So isn't he contradicting what he said that violence will be the last result?
You know what I
No,
like? You know what I like about this?
Listen, listen.
Hey, I'm just here to
Go ahead, Andrew. Say what you got to say.
Let
Then I'll
me,
come in
let
after.
me
Go ahead.
explain this so that you
Go ahead.
understand what a contradiction or hypocrisy is.
Hmm.
If I say people should not murder, and then I go out and murder somebody, that's neither a contradiction nor hypocrisy. It's still true that people shouldn't murder.
Hmm.
It's still true that they shouldn't do this thing.
Yes.
It's not hypocritical either because I'm still consistent within the belief structure that they shouldn't do that even if I did. So even if Myron says violence should be the last resort, which he said, and he uses it as a first resort, there's no fucking inconsistency there to even attack him over anyway. Why the guy would even need to defend himself from such
and
a
that's
low
what-
tier claim is insane to me.
And Andrew, and this is why I'm not taking this to the debate university and to.
I mean, maybe he's saying it definitionally. I thought that would be hypocritical, right? I think it would be hypocritical if I say you shouldn't murder and I go out and murder someone. Right? I believe that's hypocritical. Maybe that isn't definitionally then. I thought that was hypocritical. And here's the thing, right? Like I said, I don't agree with anyone 100%. So I would think that's hypocritical. Let me see.
Maybe it's actions and speech.
I think that is hypocritical, right? A hypocrite is a person who acts in direct contradiction to their own stated beliefs, morals, or opinions. They often criticize others for behaviors they themselves engage in or falsely claim to hold high ethical standards. So, yeah, this is the thing. Here's the thing, right? This is right here. This right here. I've said this before. I don't agree with nobody 100%. All right, I would here right here. I'm holding Andrew Wilson and Myron Gaines, accountable. Right? It is hypocritical. It is hypocritical if you say that. You know what? Violence should be the last resort, and you use violence as your first result. Right? Then it's hypocritical. Right? Now, what the caveat is, right? Again, it doesn't mean that he would, right? Again, one is talking, right? Just talking. So it doesn't necessarily, so that's why I say, again, I was holding them accountable. That is hypocritical, right? 100% it's hypocritical. But, right, like Myron said, it doesn't mean that he would do it, right? So this is the problem, right? Yeah, he may say like, oh, I want to, if I see them, I want to beat them up. But he's saying that, you know what? Yeah, that was just talking. That's just me just fucking talking. Right? That's just because if I was in that situation, I'll probably walk away. That's more consistent, right? That would be more consistent with what he said. Violence should be the last resort. Now, like I said, that's why it's very nuanced, very I don't know if it's nuanced, very it's thing you gotta clear up, right? So I think Andrew is wrong in this part, right? Trying to defend Myron and is saying that it's not hypocritical. He shouldn't have said that. Andrewson said it's not hypocritical. Yes, it's hypocritical, but right, it doesn't mean that his actions are hypocritical. He's not out here beating up anybody for talking to him. Right, Myron is not out here beating up anyone for talking to him. So, in action, it's not hypocritical. Now, in words, yeah, I'll say it is hypocritical.
The verbal combat. I'm taking these to public perception and to common sense. Myron might not be Myron might not be
Well, no, not
contradicting
even by
himself.
the definition.
Basic,
No,
basic,
not
no,
even-
but it's
he's
no,
wrong
it's
by the
fine.
definition.
No,
He's
but
wrong
it's
by the
fine.
definition.
No, please. It is because y'all are going to be.
bro.
Let
Let
me
the whole time. Like,
No, let me finish and then you got it. But it's common sense that Myron is doing the rules for D, but not for me. He's pushing a higher standard to a 17-year-old and to everybody that is fighting over words, especially the N word. And when people
Now that I would disagree, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that that's a rule for me. So, a man that's emotional, it's like, this is a thing where it's like, if you're being emotional, you're being emotional. If you're beating up somebody for them talking to you, you're being an emotional person. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't get consequences for it, because you should. Plain and simple, you should be getting consequences for beating someone up for just talking to you, right? Even if they talk smack to you. Plain and simple. So it's not like he's not saying, oh, you should beat up somebody for talking smack to you. Now, he was being emotional when his chat was being, I don't know, talking smack to him, but it doesn't mean that, it doesn't necessarily mean the same thing.
the builder, when people are instigating the fuel, I don't care about the semantics. I don't care about the debate, bro. I care about the fact that Myron owed other people to a standard that he himself doesn't
Holding other people to, other than the standard he himself still believes, even if he violated the standard. Do you fucking understand that?
ask him the question.
He's too fucking stupid to understand it. Like, here's the thing, Andrew. These people are low IQ, bro. Like, yo, dude, did I stab somebody in the fucking chest? Did I punch anybody? I didn't do it. Okay, so to say one thing,
One second. Let him finish.
No, hold on. Let him
Let him
y'all.
finish. Gotta let him finish. It's fine. Let him finish. Go ahead.
Okay, I don't know why this guy's jumping in here. This conversation doesn't concern him. Again, like I said
Because I don't
before,
like you.
I don't give a fuck what you like. Shut the
Hey,
fuck
friends,
up.
hey, it's the last time I'm saying, let the person that is talking
Bro,
finish out.
bro,
We're going to
nigga,
work.
nigga,
Hey,
you
hey,
still want
hey,
to
hey,
2026? Shut the fuck
Hey,
up.
Myron, you are on YouTube, Myron. Come on, man. Myron, you are on
This
YouTube.
dude started crazy to me, man.
No, Myron, you see, you are on Myron.
Who's this guy?
No,
I'm on
Myron,
YouTube.
Myron, there's 13 people literally streaming on YouTube, 13,000,
I'm
and
on
you
YouTube
are saying,
too. I'm
no,
on YouTube as well.
Myron, but come on, man, do you know the TOS? Don't do that shit.
Okay,
You know
well, you
that.
started with me. So it's not the one shooting people. I'm not the one stabbing anybody. I said something, but that doesn't mean that I'm actually doing it. So again, you're sitting here saying like, "Oh, look, you're being a hypocrite." Blah blah. Am I running around attacking people? No. Am I stabbing people in the chest? No. Am I shooting people? No. So it's
So
not
you're-
the same whatsoever. And then
So
again,
That's the thing where, like you said, maybe his words were hypocritical. His actions aren't. Plain and simple, right? So that's why I said it right on stream. I said it. What Andrew said, not that Myron isn't hypocritical. That's wrong. He was being hypocritical in his words, but his actions are not, against his words, right? So
I love how you're removing all the context from what I was discussing, where I was telling you I'm getting all these fucking death threats all the time. That's what I was also obviously including in what I'm saying. That factors into what I'm saying when I'm saying like, oh, if somebody comes up to me, calls me a Murtad to my face, because I'm getting death threats from these guys all over the place. And anyone that criticizes Islam or any type of when I was saying come up to my face and say that, okay, that's within the context of me getting hundreds, if not thousands, of death threats from these people. But am I going to run around and knock somebody out just for simply calling me a Murtad and nothing else? No, bro. I'm going to walk away. I'm not the one doing all the fucking violence bullshit. I don't believe in it. Unless you had to defend yourself, like I said before, from some type of imminent injury or danger or loss of life or whatever. That's what it is. I carry a gun all the time. I'm not getting in shootouts. No, because I understand use of force and using it appropriately and not just attacking people because they piss you off with your feelings.
Sure, and thank you very much for calming yourself down and not calling us names, right?
No,
Let me
well,
ask you-
your buddy Go is the one that started the issues here.
No, no, no,
Like,
no,
it was
no,
like-
no, it's because no, no, no,
He didn't
stop.
start it.
No,
He
no,
didn't
no,
start
no,
it.
no, no, no. Hey, well, one
Hold
second.
on,
No, he
Dad.
didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't because you what? Hey, Dad, 1 second. You called us low IQ. You called us raw word like you being
Yeah, because you're bringing up that's a low IQ thing to bring up that clip. I said, no, you're a hypocrite. Am I
No,
running
you
around
just said
punching
he
people in the
started it
face?
though.
No, you said he started.
No,
You changed it.
you're
You changed it, Myron. You said he started it.
No, bro,
You said
no,
he
no.
started it.
No. The other dude, Goat, said some dumb
He
shit.
didn't start.
No, but you started it, and he didn't start it.
No. This dude, Goat, said something about I don't like you or whatever. I was like, I'm not talking to you, so who cares? what
After you
like?
said what you said.
Okay.
After you
Then
said what you said.
What did I say? That this
After-
low IQ comment?
Low IQ,
Yeah.
R word, yes.
Yes, because you don't understand, okay? Because you're over Andrew Tyson's trying to explain it to you a
This
million
is
times.
your
You just don't understand
entitlement
it.
showing.
You got this
Your
clip.
entitlement
You got this
showing.
clip, and you're like, "Look, I got this guy." And it's like, bro, what is that supposed to prove? What is that supposed to prove? Am I running around punching people for calling me a retard?
Hey,
I'm
Patty,
not.
real slow,
No,
please. No,
just
Brad, I swear I'm not. Andrew
No,
keeps
that's
telling
fine.
us Andrew keeps telling us to prove things. He made an assertion about you. You get to make an assertion, and nobody has to prove anything. You both don't have to prove it. So you called us low IQ just because you came up here and didn't like what we said. It was nothing about you having to prove it or us having to prove it. You just
Because
went
you couldn't
straight to.
understand what he was
Oh,
trying to
Myron,
explain.
Myron, you just
There's
came
no
on our
proof
panel.
anything. Yeah,
Myron,
doesn't
you came
prove
on our,
anything.
no, Myron, you came on our panel for the first time and calling people low IQ. Can you prove that the people on this panel are low IQ? Did you
Yeah,
prove it?
because I believe-
Excuse me. No, excuse me.
Ask me to
Did
prove
you?
it.
No. That's wrong what I said. See, I'm fixing what I said. Did you prove it before you said they're low IQ? Did you prove it? And then did Andrew ask you to prove it? The point is this: every time y'all get into a disagreement with somebody, not you mostly, Andrew will do that. Prove it. But he doesn't have to prove it, and you don't have to prove it. That's the point that Fatty's trying to make as well, too. Y'all just making assertions and making statements that you don't have to prove, but you want the person that's speaking to you to prove it.
And
I was listening to the conversation before with the whole Carmelo Anthony thing, right?
Sure.
So when I'm
Yes.
saying, because obviously, I was listening to what Andrew was saying, and he was trying to explain concepts to you guys. And then when this guy Fatty brings up that clip, and I was like, oh man, these people are hard to, they just don't understand shit. So when I'm saying low IQ, I mean as in your legal analysis is low IQ, it's retarded. Your name should be Dr. Retard. And then for the guy Fatty, who I can't understand anything this motherfucker's saying because he's a foreigner. The reality is you guys just don't understand certain concepts. Someone's got to come in and tell you.
You're a foreigner.
no, it's fine. Hey, bro. Oh, hey, everybody stop. Hey, guys, everybody, no, hey, friends, everybody stop.
He is a foreigner.
Myron, 1 second. Myron, I accept this.
On the
Myron.
roof.
Hey,
You guys
Myron.
are retarded. That's
No,
what it
Myron,
is.
1
You guys are
second.
fucking retarded. Someone's got to tell you.
Myron, I accept it.
You're fucking retarded.
Myron, I accept it, right?
You're fat. Who gives a fuck what you think?
That's wrong with
You
you.
get sunglasses inside. No one understands what you're saying. You're a fucking foreign fat fuck. Nobody cares. You got no motion beside your stomach moving because you're fat as fuck. We got Dr. Retard in here. We got this nigga Goat. Literally looks like a fucking dude that still wears stuff full of 2026. We got a bunch of chimpanzee retards on here that don't understand basic.
Literally look
It's fine. Hey, Myron,
Hey,
Myron,
Yo, Myron does not hold like he says a whole lot of crap. I mean, like he
And
gets
I
everyone to hate him.
I doubt that doctor. I doubt he could set your knee if you sprained it or fractured it. He's a
I don't know why he
doctor.
calls himself a doctor. I don't really know the guy, so I don't really watch them like that. I may glance them from time to time.
Yeah, he's a doctor, but he's not that kind of doctor. He's not a doctor that's going to help you out.
Oh, he
You
has a
know, get-
PhD.
Right, he's not a doctor that's going to do CPR on you.
I was
or,
thinking, yo, AJ. Yo, AJ, what is up, my bro?
Tim, Byron's not a foreigner. He was born in the United States. So
Yeah, that's
No.
what I thought too. I thought he was born in the U.S.
he's
So
not a foreigner.
he's
no, I
not-
was saying Fatty's a foreigner.
Oh yeah, here's the thing about this. I don't even know why you guys are even wasting brain cells listening to this. Guys, I don't go on predominantly black panels because it's all
Yeah.
idiocy and foolishness, right? And if you watch the different, look at how Andrew's talking to these idiots, right? And it's so alien to hear clear, concise, and effective language that these idiots just don't understand. Okay,
I mean, I'm gonna watch it for Andrew. So
yes, but like it's like he's speaking Greek. He's not even. it's not even him playing chess and then playing checkers. It's like he's playing chess and they're playing freaking dice. You know what I'm saying? I'm dead ass. Like,
I agree. I
Fatty's a
agree.
foreigner, right? And he somehow tries to glom onto Black American culture. Now, here's the thing.
Right.
Okay. He was on my other friend's stream and he came on, and he's from Portugal, so he has no clue what he's talking about. Tim and DA can have an opinion on Black American culture because they're Americans. They live here. They live around us, right? Black Americans have more in common with Tim and DA because we're all Americans. But he's always like, Black American culture and Jim Crow. You're from Portugal. Redlining and slavery and Reconstruction. Shut up. And then that King Richard guy, he's from the UK.
Yeah,
bro, shut up.
We're talking about this already.
Well, it's all about the Jim Crow. Is that there was no Jim Crow in the UK.
Yeah.
All this is this goofball right here. Okay, let me just tell you the number one thing that irritates me the most about this guy and then the doctor guy who goes. They have a platform where they have these panels and it's just horrible. It's just yelling, screaming, inward this, inward that.
Yeah.
Somehow they managed to have like Jeff St. James, Pearly Things, Andrew Wilson, Anton Daniels. They somehow got very large content creators on their platform, right?
Yeah.
But somehow, DA, if Andrew Wilson jumps into this chat right now, we know that he's doing DA
a
service by being here. So DA is going to make sure that nobody disrespects him because like I said, he's coming over here and blessing us with his presence because he's the larger creator, right? It could open doors. Plus, guys, I've been around the YouTube thing. I know a lot of higher creators. It's like high school. They all know each other. This fatty guy, he has these people on his panel that have like 500 subs, and they're trying to clip farm off of Andrew.
Yeah.
They had Pearly Things on there. They pissed her off. All the
I saw that one.
Yeah, you white chicken. And that's when Pearly Things said, "I'm divorcing from Black YouTube. You're all clowns." Because then that Ilcon guy had the nerve to go onto Pearl's platform and be like, "I can teach you how to be a better content creator." Dude, she has 2.4 million subs.
I didn't know
you have barely 10,000. Yeah. And here's the thing. You have no guys. DA creates his own content. He creates his own lane. He has his subs. He's growing.
Yeah.
Why? Because he has talent. If you are a person that's to keep constantly having try and beg bigger people to be on your, you don't have any talent.
They want to clip farm from for bigger.
They want to clip farm. They want to cause chaos. You guys know who Anton Daniels is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know who Lapeef Let's Talk is?
Yes.
Okay. So Tim, this Lapeef, he does the same panels as this fatty guy, right? Anton Daniels and Kevin Samuels both used to frequent this guy's panels, right? Lapeef's channel has like 100,000 subs. Kevin Samuels, before he died, had 1.54 million subs, and post-death, he's at almost 2 million subs. Anton Daniels has 1.4 million subs on one channel and 400,000 on the other. The Lapeef channel still has 100,000 subs. Why? Because it's chaos, it's ridiculousness. I stopped watching them in 2022. I went back just to see, and it's all the same drama, the same foolishness. And what happens is that people, they want to be entertained, they want it to be positive, and they also want some kind of solutions, right? Like my channel, I laugh. DA laughs. We make fun of stuff, but we also talk about practical solutions.
Yeah.
And we're not about the drama. And that's the thing about this fatty guy right here. He thinks that the more drama, the more foolishness he can drum up, the more popular he's going to be.
No,
these
things. Yeah, these the Lapeef network or him, they let off like they don't really hold accountable to stupid people.
Nothing. They just don't.
They don't.
And here's the thing: he ends up kicking Andrew off and kicking Myron off.
Does he? Oh,
bro, like I just don't understand. This is not a sustainable model that they're doing here. It's just not, because they're going to get terms of service. his panels always turn on each other, so then they're always airing out each other's dirty laundry. So you can't trust they can't trust each other. You know what I'm saying? The moment that one of them thinks that they'll have an opportunity or that they feel wronged, they're gonna come after you. The same thing. Jeff St. James. I don't know if you've seen him asking about the podcast. Yeah. So he's a friend of mine. He was going on their channels. On their panels, right? But Jeff, he's a very professional. He's a therapist, so he's not a drama guy. You know. All of a sudden, they turn on him. Jeff's a fake therapist. He's this, he's that. He's like, well, I didn't even do it. So now he's done with it.
Did that?
What's that?
They did that to him?
Yes.
That's crazy. He's such a respectful guy.
Yeah, but they burn every bridge and they live in this state of drama and foolishness. And here's the thing: if they're going viral for all the wrong reasons, you guys never trust a guy who wears sunglasses inside. Okay, never, ever. But it just irks me that this guy, he's a foreigner, but he tries to embody every single negative. He promotes, embodies, and his whole lane is the most negative parts of Black culture.
Right. That's what. I didn't know about FBA. I didn't know what that meant, but I kind of have an affinity to FBAs more so than. Some Black person who is contemporary and comes over now and kind of latches themselves onto the history of Black culture.
Wait a minute, because here's the thing: a lot of African immigrants and stuff, they tend to come over, be more family oriented and conservative.
I agree with that.
Okay, the FBA thing works because look at this. Tim, where is your family lineage from? Like what country or what area?
Norway, Germany, Denmark.
Okay, but your family came over so long ago that you're a white person. There's a new ethnicity. There's an ethnogenesis called white Americans because you can't go back to Norway and say, "Hey, look, I'm Norwegian."
No,
my descendants were slaves who were brought here, so therefore we had an ethnogenesis here. So just like Jamaicans are Jamaicans. You are white American and I'm Black American. There's an ethnogenesis, right? So, but that's unique to America. You know what I'm saying? We go by by national standard and then race. Whereas everywhere else in the world, there's an ethno-national standard. The Japanese are Japanese, the Poland's are Polish, the Mongolians are Mongols, but we go by America first. Anyone can come here legally, become American, and they are Americans. Now we go by Asian, Hispanic, Black, white, right? But think about how stupid of a term that white is when you consider that it's Polish, Swedish, Norwegians, English, all crammed into one category. Asian, that's stupid too, because you got DA. You're Vietnamese, right? Right, DA?
I'm Vietnamese.
Yeah, Vietnamese. Cambodians, Japanese, all in the same boat, but that's unique to America. Maybe Canada, right? But my point is that we do, however, need to consider cultural differences. So, like, Tim, you would be different as a white American than some frog-eating French dude who comes over and is like a Melicon, right? That's how Black Americans are with Jamaicans, Nigerians, etc. And I think that what happens with that is this issue is unique to us because you guys have never heard Pan-Asianism, right? That's not a thing. You never heard Pan-Whiteism. You never heard Pan-Hispanicism, but you've heard Pan-Africanism, right? The term Pan-Africanism.
Yes, but the Japanese in the 30s used Pan-Asianism.
Yeah, because they wanted to conquer everybody. Yeah, they wanted to turn Asia into Japan. But Pan-Africanism means that all Black people across the world share some experience, and it's just not true.
Correct.
I have nothing in common with the Afro-Brazilian. I have nothing in common with a Nigerian. Nothing at all, other than skin tone. I have more in common with you, Tim, than I do with a Nigerian guy. So there's a guy, Have you heard of that one Frank Zanu guy?
Oh, I love the
Yesterday?
guy.
Yeah, he is on the Daily Wrap Up crew, and
Yeah, I saw that one.
Did you see that where he's like,
Yep.
experience based on what? It's American blacks, it's our ignorance and thinking somehow because it comes from us that we should all be one. He says, "What are you?"
Yeah, the whole diaspora shit, or
yeah,
it's like you're stupid. That's
yeah, he
stupid.
says Benin, where he's from, has 40 different tribes, and some of them are as different as China and France, meaning their languages are different, their gods are different. They
Culture,
can't even get along in Benin. And you think that a person from Nigeria is going to get along with a Jamaican? How? Other than skin tone, we have nothing in common. Even look at Ethiopia, like East Africa and then West Africa. They hate each other, you know?
Yeah.
So my point is that back to this though. All these people are clowns. I hope Andrew Wilson never ever wastes his time on them again, right? And it's just crazy to just see like Andrew Wilson. He's just having fun. He's toying with his food because they were just horribly outmatched. But do you think, Tim, DA, that they would have started out as disrespectful if he was black?
No,
of course not.
I don't think so.
Of course not. Of course not.
This is the thing where I think I'm sorry. I mean, I love you, but I think the black community is very bunch of double standards. It's very hypocritical, right? I mean, like we were talking about the whole diaspora shit. I mean, I'm sorry, black people don't even like black people.
Yeah.
Or how can you think that? Oh, let's all get together and hold hands. You're not going to do that. I'm sorry.
Because guys, we know damn straight Asians don't like each other. The Japanese hate everyone, and everyone hates the Japanese. You know what I mean? But my point is this whole Carmelo Anthony situation. And I got to give props to Myron, right? Because he was the first one talking about use of force, right?
Yeah.
And then Andrew was coming in with facts, data, statistics, and just a regular argument, even keeled, and they're crashing out. There's a couple things that irk me is they were talking about Carmelo Anthony like he was Kevin Hart size. Carmelo Anthony, he was like 6'1". They were the same size.
Really?
They were two. Yeah. Check out his mugshot. He's like 6 foot tall. So they're acting like he was this 5'5" little young man. And this big white man assaulted him. He got jumped by 7 people, and he was John Wick, and he was taking out all the white people. No, this kid was actually suspended for bringing a weapon to school. He shouldn't even been at the track meet in the first place. Then he goes to their tent. They told him to leave. He wouldn't leave. He had the knife. Have you seen the knife that was used? They said it was.
I saw it. I had a.
What?
I had a.
Here.
What brand was it?
Here.
What brand was it?
I'll post a link in the chat here. Is there a
Was it
private chat that I can?
Yeah, there's a private chat.
Where is
Benchmade or a Spider Co?
Where's the private? How do I post in here?
I have it. I think I have it.
AJ,
Here it is.
did you hear my joke?
No, was it?
Okay, the only time a white person can say the word Negro is when they're discussing what people in the Negro leagues.
Yeah, that's true. You know, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. This kid put his hands on okay, he was told to leave 15 times. He didn't leave. He said, "Come at me and see what happens." He brought a weapon. Yes, look at that thing. Look at
exactly
that thing.
not like
there.
this.
Yes.
Right.
Look at the damage that thing do. Now,
seriously, this going into someone's like chest?
Now, guys,
crazy.
Us men, I've been in street fights. I don't fight, but I don't fight much. But my point is, if someone assaults you and you're the same size, it's about use of force. All right. He could have hit him back. He could have walked away. But the moment a force multiplier is involved, you're in trouble. Now, if let's just say that you're a 5'2" woman and I'm 6'3" and I come at you, you're justified to use a force multiplier, a knife, a gun, a brick. I'm 6'3". If Shaq, who's 7'4" and 340 pounds, comes at me, I could argue and say, hey, I might have needed.
Yeah, it's dishonest, right?
But if they're the same size,
Carmelo Anthony was 5'11",
yeah,
160 pounds, while Metcalf was just 6, right? It's like
what I'm saying is like they're acting like look, even if Metcalf touched him, pushed him, you don't respond
you
with
don't
a
respond.
weapon. Then he's in the wrong. And then just like Andrew Wilson argued, when they showed premeditation, it's not like he stabbed him in the arm or he slapped him. He stabbed him in the chest.
Correct.
Okay? You don't stab someone in the chest unless you plan on doing major harm or death. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, I can see if he slashed his femoral artery on accident and said, oh, look, then you could argue manslaughter. But he brought the weapon to the track meet. He had his hand in his bag. He was where he wasn't supposed to be. He escalated the situation because you're not a victim when you're like, come see what happens. And then there was a physical altercation, and it was deadly use of force. Now,
you know what I hate is that none of these panels, right? I've never seen a single person say, "What if the situation was reverse?"
Oh, there would be.
What if Austin was black and Anthony was white? Would you still agree with Anthony? I guarantee you 100% every single black person would not agree with the white Anthony.
Yeah,
right?
and he's a twin, guys. I'm a twin. Austin Metcalf's brother lost his other half.
Mm-hmm.
If someone deleted my twin brother, they would not be on this earth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm serious. So the restraint that Hunter Metcalf, the twin, has showed, guys, you got to understand, they've been together since the womb. Like my twin brother and I have a bond that I can't even describe. If something happened to him, I don't know what I would do. You know what I mean? So the race has nothing to do with this. They even tried. They had him. They offered him a plea deal to get like 15 years. He said no. He went to trial and got 35 years. And guys, he was blessed by 35 years. Trust me, because he'll only do about 75% of the time, 70%.
Yeah.
So he'll do like 20 years, 17 years, and get out. He'll still be young. Austin Metcalf is gone. He's never coming back.
You know, AJ, I'd be embarrassed to kill someone with that knife.
Wait, guys. Wait.
It's a cheap Chinese ripoff. That's a horrible knife.
I mean, it's a $13. It's a $13 knife. It's a cheap
all
knife.
I'm saying though is when we talk about violence, there's a lot of people who have never experienced violence, who've never been in a fight, who are trying to have an opinion on this. Right, all of my military friends, law enforcement friends, jiu-jitsu friends, kickboxing friends, all agree that what Carmelo Anthony did was wrong. You throw hands, you walk away.
I agree.
You do not stab someone in the chest. That matters more than anything else. What happened up to that point, right? Unless he was getting jumped by that's why they tried to make the narrative that he was being jumped. You know what I'm saying? Because then you could actually say, oh, well, there's 4 of them, so he had to use a knife. But if it was just one-on-one, you cannot, even picking up a rock and hitting the guy, he would have got the same charge if he died. So
Zyrax. So you said you disagree. How you been?
Yeah.
What do you disagree with?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
what's going on, my friend?
Everything's the same as usual.
So what do you disagree with?
Hey, Zyrex, are you just as pretty as you were before?
No. I'm so ugly.
Keep going. Continue.
No, I disagree with well, actually you said a lot. I should have wrote it down, but let me ask you this first, AJ. How long have you been in this space? It sounds like you've been in this space for a long time, right?
Which space?
Like the YouTube, because you mentioned like
Oh, how
like
long
the
you been doing
Wiki,
YouTube?
yeah, I guess the Manosphere space.
I've been in the space since like 2017, but I've been creating content for about 3.5 years.
Oh, okay. Okay, because I heard you were saying something about you said a fatty they clip drum click
Click, Click Farm.
oh yeah, click farm. And I would definitely disagree.
Oh, okay. Why?
Well, because I don't think that's what he's doing. Because I'm a watcher. Well, actually, like a lot of these people, because
Mm.
I'm in the space, so I watch I watch a bit of everything. When I was in the politics space, I used to watch Andrew, of course, Fresh and Fit. So I just watch like a bit of everybody to just stay informed.
I love that. I love that.
All right, but I think there's a racial component here that you're not understanding here, because this is an all black panel that talks about black issues, just like Lapeef and just like other things. And there's a racial component here that you're just not understanding. Us blacks, we are. I would say that we just do the most, right? Like, and then what happens is that Fatty has about 20,000 subs. And he's doing well, but here's the thing: he goes viral, but you notice the growth of his channel is pretty slow, and that's because the product isn't worth. I mean, he gets short-term attention growth. That's why, like him and Ilkon, they can get someone like an Andrew Wilson on, right? But then you usually end up kicking them off. People don't come back. You know what I'm saying? And that's because of the drama. This is typical like black panel behavior. And then the issue is they have a lot of smaller content creators that come on there to go viral. Someone who that's 500 subs, 1,000 subs, 800 subs. They come on here specifically to get clipped and grow their channels. And then what happens is they'll get 8, 9, 10,000 subs and leave. Just like Lapeef. Just like Lapeef, how there's been people, was it Chantel Simone?
So others clip farm.
Anton, they do that. They'll go on to Lapeef and then go viral like 8, 9, 10, 12 times, get their subs and get out. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing like that's the whole point of these channels from the black perspective is for the drama. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I said, I came from the politics, sphere too, where where I would watch Andrew, Destiny, and they do it over there also. I think that's just the I think if you're a content creator, that's just gonna happen because you go, especially if you go on a panel, you give your your perspective, and sometimes when you battle it out with somebody, you're gonna get clipped if you say something stupid or someone catches you in a a contradiction or whatever. And so I think that's just the game of this YouTube space. So that's where like I would disagree, like I feel like it's unfair to just say, oh, that, or even the black sector, does that because what you call it, any sector that brings on people to talk about their opinions, their perspective, it's gonna happen.
Yes, but
there's Pearl does that
different.
too.
Yes, but there's a little bit different here where this always devolves into yelling, screaming, inward this, inward that, blah, 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 blah. Okay? That's why I don't go on predominantly black panels at all anymore because it's just not very productive. It's just not.
I would guess I would say just different tastes for different folks.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
What else would you? What else are your thoughts, Zyrax?
I don't think that because in a way you guys are making it seem like a Fatty and the panelists there were the ones that were out of control. I think Myron's the one that you can see Myron start to get irate. He starts to get
Well, you admit that they were attacking him. They were targeting him.
Zyrax,
he's the bigger
right?
creator.
Zyrax,
you're attacking him.
You know why? It's because Myron's demonetized on YouTube. He doesn't care. Myron has nothing to lose.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
nothing-
this is
nothing-
why
and
I
nothing to
would
gain.
I would never have Myron on my stream ever. I'm sorry. No, so if you've spent sorry, imagine that you spend 3 years and thousands of hours building your platform, and you're at 80,000 subs, and you're making good money doing this part time. Then you have Myron on here, and he's talking about the country of the
nothing to
small
lose.
hats, and talking about all this controversial stuff. You can get your channel nuked. And then
Yeah.
you understand? So of course Myron's gonna come in there because he has nothing. He's streaming on Crumble or on TikTok. I mean Twitter.
Rumble.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, and Twitter, yeah.
He doesn't care. So
Yeah, so
Yeah, but then, Myron, I understand that, but then Myron, is known for, debating with people. So you sort of see him like, as the same as Andrew. So you would think that he would conduct himself because just because he got demonetized, that doesn't mean, so you're just going to act like a fool on somebody else and jeopardize their
yes,
channel?
because he has nothing to lose.
but the problem I would say, right,
How's
is
that
the
logical,
decor-
though?
you
That's
gotta
not being a
Listen,
professional.
No,
I would say the
no.
logical part.
Listen,
No, wait,
sorry.
no, I would say the logical part is that I saw it. Fatty went after Myron, right? So let's be honest. He came on here to be on Andrew's side, and then what Fatty did was went after Myron, right?
Yes.
Well,
Then
because if
of
you
course
say
you're gonna
something,
now you're
if
gonna
you
get
say-
this guy who has nothing to lose, nothing to gain.
lose.
He's
He
gonna
doesn't
be
have to worry
triggered.
about
So-
terms of service or anything because he's already
Yeah.
been cooked.
I could
And
understand. I mean,
Fatty
I don't. I'm
even
not saying
said
yeah.
it. Fatty even said it. He said, "Hey, Myron, please, we have 13 people streaming here with all of our channels, so please calm down." Okay, so
Yes.
Myron is the last one. The only person who's more toxic to have on your stream is NF. I can't even say his name, but you know NF. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
NF.
Oh, yes.
Smick Wintez.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Whoa,
Okay.
no. There's a couple people that I know who are larger creators who had him on back in the day, and they got cooked. So what I'm saying is you don't want to have someone who has nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Andrew has always
their fault.
comported himself in a respectful way, right? Because even when Andrew, he wasn't being aggressive.
Yeah, he wasn't.
He
Yeah.
wasn't being disrespectful. Homeboy in the hat called him white boy, and you ain't smart, white boy. But
Yeah.
Andrew is an actual trained debater who's debated professors. He's debated politicians. He actually does debates professionally. Myron does not. Myron might do his college debates, but Andrew, even before he went, he got his channel going. He was actually doing structured, formal debates, just like Rob Noor. So I wouldn't compare Andrew and Myron at all as far.
No.
as
Has
debates go.
has
give you
anyone? Hey, Zyrex, have you gone on my channel and watched my dog videos?
No.
Do I get any hits from going on DA's channel and watch my dog videos? They're videos that I can't watch anymore because all my dogs have passed except Gracie, so I haven't even
That's
watched them.
sad. Oh,
No,
but
Zyrex,
like,
what were you gonna say?
yeah.
I get that, yeah, maybe Myron's not on the same level as Andrew when it comes to debating, but when your main message is that men are logical, female are emotional, and then you go on a panel
Well,
and then
do
you
they
act
care?
emotional, and then someone's gonna call you out on it. Like, I mean, it's just like, to me, that's the hypocritical part. It's when, you're telling, you get on females for, acting emotional, start cussing and stuff. And then, yes, when someone, point something out, and then you get like that. It's like, we all know what, Fresh and Fit is, their main message. They have all these females on and they debate them and stuff, and then yet you end up
Not
acting like the
intelligent
females that
females.
you go. I mean, to me, it's just, I don't think it's Fatty or like even like the women on there, they haven't even said like, much.
And
Yeah.
that's
And
why
yet-
this
and yet-
panel was actually good, is because oftentimes if you go on all black panels, right, if the black men are actually getting along, then the black women actually drive a wedge between black men. It's absolutely insane, and I don't know why. But my point is, I don't support Myron or Fatty. Honestly, I think Myron's funny when he does college debates or whatever, fine. But like, or I would watch clips of him, obviously, because some of he's in Miami. You know what I mean? And some of these dirty 304s are the worst representations of humanity. And then some of these idiot rappers and all these people he has on, Fresh and Fit is what it is. You remember they were the first to develop that style, right? To actually do the in-person thing with the thing. But the first is usually it gets the most attention, but it's the worst, right?
I like Fresh and Fit, but I stopped watching them because here's the thing where I agree with. I think that they are the type of people who want to. They go far. They go too far.
Yeah.
Right. Where they need to rage bait you, which I find it like it's just too much. You don't need to, right? So that's why I don't always agree with them.
But there's a couple things that okay, if you're a red pill guy, you're talking about prescriptions, because all of us agree on the on the descriptive part. It's the prescriptions. Are you MGTOW? Are you black pill? Whatever. I don't agree with a lot of Fresh and Fit's prescriptions. Like, for instance, Myron says that you got to bang 50 chicks.
Yeah, I've been against that too.
No. Really? The diseases? I don't think men or women should be out there banging and clanging. It's dangerous. It's irresponsible. And these super gonorrhea and all the stuff going around now, right? And also, they talk about men. You need money, bro. You need money, bro, to get chicks. If that's the case, and all the single moms I know who got pregnant by Nug Nug, he didn't have any money. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this? And then also, Myron and Fresh and Fit's version, like prescriptions, it centers women. You got to get money. You got to get this to get women. No, I'm red pill and saying you make yourself your own interests, your own mental health, you need to put yourself first, not put women in the center of your whole existence.
Yeah, make money for yourself, not for women.
Thank you. And if you choose to share it with other people, fine. But you need to be the best version of yourself by putting yourself and your own interest first. But this gotta have a supercar, a Bugatti, and a $1 million mansion so you can get girls. So that's just that's teaching men to be simps. No. You're putting women at the center of your universe. It's crazy. So
no, that's why I think that this is the important of like this side of the content. We're not big, but I mean, it's a different voice, and I think this is why it's important to have different voices in this sphere, right? This is why I love having you, Zyrax, and anyone else up here, even if you guys disagree. I love it because it shows you that we're not always the extremes, right?
DA and I, a couple other guys, we talk from the standpoint of the everyman, the average guy.
Exactly.
We aren't talking about my Bugatti and driving around all this crap. No, guys, I'm just I do well in real life. But I'm not trying to be some super millionaire, billionaire in some golden hot tub with women feeding me grapes or whatever. That's just not how I am. And that's how the majority of guys who end up in this space are. We're just average guys, right? Who were sold a lie, right? And then we take the red pill and we realize that we've been lied to our entire lives and that we've been ice skating uphill when it comes to relationships or when it comes to how we're viewed by society, how child support court, family court, paternity court, criminal court, how men are viewed and treated. And once you wake up, it's like a total weight off your shoulders. Like, wait a minute, things are different now. It's so much easier because I know how to plan. I know what's expected of me now. I know the nature of the opposite sex, right?
I bet Zyrax is different though. She's not that typical woman that's gonna screw you over and rip out your heart and put it in the oven.
Well, obviously not, because she's here. You know what I mean?
Right.
And she has a husband. Right?
Yeah. I have female subscribers. right? Who were
I do too.
in my
Which is I'm
chat
surprised.
a
I'm
lot.
surprised.
Yeah.
Right? So-
And there's a large group of women out there who have sense, who know how crazy that women are, right? And they're like, wait a minute. I say that men can be lying, cheating, horrible pieces of trash, and women can be lying, horrible pieces of trash. If you hold women as the same standard, it's oh my God, DA, you're a misogynist. It's like no, we're all just people.
Zyrex, are women crazy and mean and
No, people are. To me, I don't. To me, it's not. Yeah, there's, there are some cases where, yeah, women tend to be more, more than the man, right? Like, whatever it is. But most of the time, I think, it's when we talk about behaviors, I don't think it's a gender thing. I think it's just a human thing. Like, depending on how you were raised and stuff, yeah, you are more likely to spaz out than someone who was raised like, in an environment where like they were neglected or something. It to me, it always depends. It's not always like, oh, women are crazier than men. No, men are crazier, but then what do we mean by crazy though?
I think
that's why I love it. I love what Zyrex just said. God, this is why I think it's amazing that she comes on my channel. I love what she just said. I've said this plenty of times. Right? It's not your gender, it's not your race that that says anything. It's just your character. It's who you are. I love that.
Yeah, I think Zyrex. I think she said she would make her husband a sandwich if he asked her to. Didn't you say that, Zyrex?
No, he would make himself a sandwich and make me one.
Oh, come on. You got to make him a sandwich every once, even if he just jokes about it.
Of course I want to make my husband a sandwich.
Yeah.
What kind of question is that?
Right,
No,
yeah.
But guys, I think that as far as mental health does go, studies have shown that women are suffering a lot more from mental health.
White liberal women.
Yes.
White liberal women are suffering the most.
Yep. Social media, the fact that big pharma now just has decided, hey, we can't get the young boy market for mood altering drugs is tapped out. So now we're going to tell all these 18 to 25-year-old women that they have ADHD and anxiety, depression, and the amount of SSRI sales is through the roof now. So, and also too, there was a thing on Twitter that I can share, but it was showing how victimhood affects your mental health. And women are being sold as being told that they're victims more
This
than
is why
else.
one of my goals is to completely convert Zyrex, right? I want to completely convert her completely because I fear for her mental health being on the other side. Right? I love this girl. I hope I could change her.
You're Asian, right?
Yes.
So my girl's Korean, and she was raised in rural Pennsylvania, so she can't get along with like modern liberal chicks, especially now with the whole Stop Asian Hate thing, because she can't stand the fact that like white women and stuff don't listen to Asian voices in the social justice conversation, right? She feels completely dismissed, right? And then she's never been one about the promiscuity or all this other stuff, but she's like, and she's more traditional and conservative, but she's just like, look, but she doesn't want to govern people's behavior, but she's just not seeing how women on the left think that it's so empowering to give like a small group of men access to sex and all these other things. It just doesn't make any sense. And it's supposed to be about choice. But if you're a woman who doesn't go along with what the feminists say, then you're instantly othered, right? So like she had a conversation about, she was saying that she's only for baby deletion if it's for SA or smincest, right? She doesn't like baby deletion as birth control, right? She doesn't like that there's women out there who will just willy-nilly get one. And you would have thought that all of a sudden they're saying, "Oh, you voted for Orange Man, you're horrible." She's like, "No, she's a pretty liberal woman. She's just kind of more of a classical liberal, and she feels completely alienated now." You know, she said that she can't really talk to a lot of like modern women because she doesn't go along with the man hating and all this other stuff, and so she just kind of hangs out with her friends from back home, and we hang out and stuff, and she agrees with a lot of the red pill talking points. She thinks men need to do men stuff. Can women need to do women stuff? And I mean, that's just how so she doesn't want to be climbing girders and building skyscrapers. You know what I mean? So, but
Yeah. Sounds very similar to me. It's just that with me, like, I don't care. Like, if someone wants to label, because I get labeled a feminist. Because in a way, I think all females, you are some sort of feminist. You have to be because, hello, you're a female. So yeah, like at the end of the day, you should, try to do what's best for you, right? And so that's what I mean by like, I think I would call every woman like some sort of feminist. I know there's waves of it, but
Shouldn't you be interested in doing best for your children?
Yeah, I mean, like Zyrex, being Asian, right? Being Asian. I want to say that being Asian, don't you think it's different? Where I'm not saying that there's no Asian feminists, but I think Asian ideology is usually, let's say for women, it's usually what's best for the family, not themselves as women. Right? I've seen a lot of Asian women would prioritize sometimes the husband or their family.
No, I'm talking about specifically, male or female, like what's best for you, because you're a female, you do what's best for a female, not male. I'm not talking about, family or kids and stuff. No, of course, if, we're talking about, do what's best. Of course, if you have kids, you do what's best for your kids. Kids comes first. Right? But that's what I mean by like, a feminist, because, talking about compared to the man, to men.
A man is going to put you ahead of himself. It's kind of just innate in our genes, because it's instinct, because men view women as the means to procreate and
same with females.
Get their genes back over next generation. So men are going to protect women. But women
Zyrex, don't you think this is the selfishness of feminism, right? Where I'm not saying all men are like this, but I think men in general, where they think past themselves. It's about it's about your partner and your family, the duty to your your partner and your family, the woman that you want to spend the rest of life with. While I think modern feminism, and this is my opinion, it's about you. I mean, about me. It's about it's only about the women, and I think this is why I think I've said this before, and I would love maybe we could set up a whole debate on this. This is why I don't like feminism, because feminism, in my opinion, was the start of turning America less nuclear family oriented and more selfishness, right? More about the individual, more about me, more about the women. Not to be honest, I don't even think women care about other women. It only correlates because if women actually care about other women, it just helps themselves. So they only care because it fits their own narrative. So I think
if you're going to say that, then you have to. If you're going to say that, then you have to. Then you have to bring in, you have to blame capitalism too, because it's because of capitalism that we have this individual mindset.
No.
So it's okay. So women thinking about women is not okay, but it's okay for men to think about men.
No, because
men are wiping,
because even immigrants who come here who have a more collectivist mindset, whatever, they use capitalism and they outperform. Asians have a more family-oriented mindset, and you guys are the most successful group there is. Capitalism worked just fine until the 60s and the 70s, right? Here's the thing. There's a thing called standpoint theory, where they think that whoever is the most oppressed knows the most about the world. And we have feminist standpoint theory, where we got to look at all of history through the lens of women. Now, all women have always worked except for rich white women in the United United States. Asians built the railroads and were basically slave labor. Blacks, poor whites, we all worked, right? Black women, Asian women were going to work, doing stuff, and then the white feminists who were all married to rich white men that they were complaining about convinced you Asian women, black women, or whatever that you guys had the same struggle. Now, what happens is that in guys, does someone have a TV on?
It's not me.
If you have a TV on or another window, turn it off.
No, that was Tim. So he muted himself.
Please. So, guys, remember that why can't feminism really take hold in places like Africa and South, places like that? Because just like for the last however many thousand years, the majority of ways of jobs are back-breaking labor that men are better suited for. So men would go off and work these jobs, and nature put men in men's roles and nature put women in women's roles. People forget about how oppressive nature is. Jordan Peterson said this the best. Men didn't have time to oppress women because nature was oppressing both of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to be privileged to be a feminist.
Thank you. You have to have your belly full. You got to have the lights on. You got to have food and water. You think that women in Eritrea who walk 8 miles each way to get water have time to be a feminist? Because the men are out there doing man things, and there's immigrants I know from Siberia, from other places that are like, I don't get these West women. My point is this. When women went into the workforce, it doubled the workforce with low-skilled labor, and wages have been stagnant ever since. Why did feminism get such a push? Because one of the feminists was married to a Rockefeller. They wanted to have a whole new employment base that they can tax and make money off of, because married women don't spend a lot of money, but single women do. So you can see that there's a whole psyop of where they were fake empowering women, but now your women couldn't have bank accounts, they couldn't have credit cards, but their husbands had to pay off any debt. What happened now? Women are more in debt. They have more credit card debt, more student loan debt. They're basically slaves now to credit card debt and student loan debt, whereas women back in the 50s weren't. But my point is, you can look at more about being an equalist, right? Because if you truly want to be good, you would want to advocate for men and women and not just for women. Because when men, and I can say this too, when men win, everyone wins. When women win, women win. If you give a 25-year-old man a job making $400,000, he said, "Oh wait, I can get married and have kids and buy a house, put a wife and kids." If you give a woman a $300,000 a year job, what's she gonna do? I want to travel. I want a Birkin bag. I want a brand new G-Wagon. They don't spend money.
You're assuming that though, AJ.
No, because here's the thing. Why do more women own homes than men in the U.S.?
Well, because they want to own their own home. Like, who wouldn't want to own their own home?
Men don't buy homes unless we have a family to put in it. We will invest in the stock market, crypto, or whatever. We don't see the point in owning a home because it's not a flex for us. We don't buy a home as a flex. All the women that I work with that are homeowners, that are single women, they bought a condo, a townhouse. Those aren't real homes, by the way. But men don't usually buy homes because we don't really feel the need to show to the all-knowing they how independent we are, that we're strong. We can do it.
Exactly. And that's my point, right? We're supposed to just, go by whatever the man says. So if he has a low standard, then, so well.
Says who? Says who?
Well, you just said, men don't feel like, if they don't feel like they want to own a home, then, it is what it is, because they don't feel like they have to show or prove themselves or whatever. Women buying their own homes, it's not because they want to prove to anybody,
Yes,
right?
they
It's
do.
because sometimes, because women just, we have
You misheard. I think
is it wrong to have a higher standard of living?
You're misunderstanding. You're misunderstanding, right? We probably won't do it this live, but I want to show you. I want to prove to you that feminism is the downfall of society, right? So why would I say this?
Of course, because it doesn't
quickly, right?
benefit you men.
No.
No.
It
It doesn't benefit.
benefits us men.
So-
Hold on. Wait, because it does. Because you're telling me that I used to have to meet a woman and talk to her and then find her father and say, "Excuse me, sir, I would like to court your daughter," and then we would go out on 3 dates or whatever, and then we would get married so I can have sex with her, and then we would have kids and move on by the time I was 19. And now women just give up sex for free. I don't have to do anything. It's been great for us men.
Exactly. So then why are you fighting against feminism if it benefits you? That's my point.
Because
See,
that
you guys
doesn't benefit
fight against
society.
feminism, yet
Because
it benefits you guys the
society.
most.
It doesn't benefit. No.
He was being like it was a joke.
Sarcastic.
No, it was not a
Yeah.
joke.
It
You
is.
know it wasn't a
Because it
joke.
doesn't-
Come on
it doesn't
now.
benefit most men.
It's true. It's true because once again, there's a small group of powerful men who use women and government to redistribute wealth from the rest of us men to themselves. And feminism is a tool that rich, powerful men and politicians use, right? Because a divided people can easily be conquered. When we had nothing but nuclear families, look at marriage and how much marriage and nuclear family got us blacks through slavery and Jim Crow and all that. And then what happened? They destroyed the black family, and we've been cooked ever since. If you want to see what feminism leads to, look at the black community and every single negative outcome that we have because of feminism. The black community is feminism on overdrive, and the rest, we are the canaries in the coal mine. So whatever happens to us happens to you whites next, and then happens to you Asians. But you guys, America's on the way to being where the black community is. Out of wedlock births, 53% of black women have the derp. Young black boys are raised by women, have no emotional control, and
Zyrex,
these takeovers and crime and all this other stuff.
Do you own your own home? You and your old man?
No, my husband's not old.
What's that?
My husband's not old.
That's a term that people
Yes,
use.
I know.
Right.
No,
You guys
we
don't own your own home?
I live in I live in California.
She's in
Mm-mm.
California.
Why would you live in California?
I know.
No wonder why you think like
Oh,
you.
God. Oh.
Is Irex, you divorce your old man, get 50% of his assets, let him take care of the kids. You can move out here. I own my own home.
I used to live in Sacramento.
Yeah.
I mean, that was nice during
That
the certain
that
time.
was a joke.
Yeah.
Don't-
Yeah,
You
I
live
would
in
tell you.
Sacramento?
Tim, chill, dude. But
Yep.
hey, because I'm from Seattle, man, I would never move back to the West Coast, and that's because now that I live in the
I was
South.
born in Seattle.
What's that?
I was born in Seattle.
Yeah, I'm from Olympia.
Hey,
Actually,
Zyrex,
Oh, okay.
but
I'm fairly rich. I own my own
Tim,
home.
chill, dude.
Yeah.
I know.
Come on, man. But my point is that I think that Zyrax, black women have a thing called womanism. Womanism. Have you heard this?
No, I
No.
Womanism is a feminism that's been invented for black women, but black women, Asian women, Hispanics, so you can separate yourselves from white women. Because white women they don't have your interests at heart at all. They will turn on you faster than anyone else. All they care about is themselves, and they're such hypocrites because they will talk. How many times have you heard them talk about cisgendered hetero white men as they go home to a cisgendered hetero white man who's a lawyer who makes it so they don't have to work.
Yeah,
Isn't
I
that
get
how
that.
works?
I do get that, which is why I don't pay any attention to those women. I don't like it when people try to separate when we all know that we need, one another. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some stuff the men do that. Yeah. Like I don't like, but I'm not going to condemn them,
In your mindset, though, I've never heard you say that I don't need men and men are trash and choose the bear. And what I'm saying is, in the same way that guys, I still consider I'll call myself a conservative now, but I've always been a classical liberal. You know what I mean?
Why?
Like,
I wanted to ask you that. Why would you consider yourself a liberal? What
a
about
classic-
liberalism that
classic liberal?
What about it?
Talking the old school free speech? You know what I'm saying? The people who were fighting the pearl clutching old school conservatives who are trying to ban Ozzy Osbourne and all that. You know what I'm saying? There's been kind of a flip flop, but because it used to be the right who are more authoritarian, right? Back. Think of the children. Who will think of the children that Ozzy Osbourne, if you play his record backwards, it tells you to worship Satan. And then the liberals were the ones who were trying to discuss ideas. I'm talking about the
so
60s, 70s liberals, right? But now, like Bill Moyer says, the left has gone so far to the left that everyone thinks Bill Moyer's a conservative.
That's why I don't know. Today, I think conservatives care about free speech more than liberals.
Yeah,
that's why I just like
want closed borders. And liberals have always wanted closed borders. It flip flops. So I would call myself a conservative now more than anything.
Yeah,
I'm very fiscally conservative, but I'm a little bit more socially liberal until you get into the transformer stuff and all of that. My point is, Zyrax, I've never heard you say that you hate men, that you don't know whatever. You're married, so I think that some of the people that I don't want to say unknowingly, but the people, if I would say look at two sides of a conflict and ask yourself, which side would I rather live around? I would rather live in a neighborhood full of conservatives, right? Who like, hi, how y'all doing? Will leave me alone than some of the knuckleheads
I agree
with in Seattle.
It's not about race; it's about who you want to live with.
Yeah,
I want to live with conservative Christians.
Yeah, me too.
But then they're most judgmental.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not. Here's the thing: what if you call Jesus a crazy word? What are they'll say? I'll pray for you. But if you go to one of these pride marches or whatever, and you say that maybe you shouldn't transition kids, they will attack you. The people on the left, if you disagree, they will attack you more than anyone else. And this chart right here shows, this is a good segue, political extremism based on victimhood. Right now, and trust me, I have friends who are still on my Facebook timeline from back home. And blacks, women, white liberal women with this victimhood mentality that everyone's out to get them, right? You know what I'm saying? Think of the whole Renee Good thing. She got in her car. Now, I'm black, and I have no problem with the cops, but I was raised, if the cops are over here, I'm going this way. Don't escalate. Don't mess with the cops, whatever. And I have family who were cops. So Renee Good felt like ICE was victimizing her enough, whatever, that she felt she could drive down to where there's 18 armed officers and start stuff.
Yeah.
Talk about that story.
But I want to say this, right? The whole judgmental thing, I think we should be.
Yeah.
I will say this. I think we should bring back shame. Because I think today and age, we're promoting degeneracy way too much.
Yeah.
Right. So I think being judgmental isn't the bad thing. I think being so accepting is actually a big danger to us right now.
Yeah.
And I will kind of agree. Yes.
Yeah. I think that
I'm sorry, Jay. Go ahead.
How people dress. Because, guys, I mean, you guys have seen some of these B-dubs walking around just dressed. I was at the beach last week. And there were some of these B-dubs just dressed all crazy.
Yes.
And it was just nuts. And then like the whole sagging your pants past your butt thing. People need to be judging those people. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They just do. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. I'll say this and then I gotta head out. See, here's the thing about 304s. And Tim's older, DA, you're about my age. You guys remember there was 304s in college, high school. They loved boning dudes, but they kept their mouth shut. You know how many college girls I knew who went through the whole basketball team or whatever, and then what happened? They graduated from college, moved to another town, reinvented themselves, found Poindexter, got married, and they were fine. because they were trying to avoid shame. There's nothing wrong. If you want to do it, but keep it on the low. Now women feel like they should be able to just do it, and men to a
Yeah, they post everything on social media.
They should be able to dress however they want, talk however that they want. Have you been to a movie lately? People, this lady, this B-dub, I was at the theater. She answers her phone on FaceTime, and she's like, in the middle of a movie. And it's just like, what is that? Have you no shame? We're all trying to watch this movie. And then someone says, excuse me. And she's like, what you want? I'm trying to talk. It's like, finally, they had to come and escort her out. But that's where we're at when people are too afraid to say anything. And DA, did you see that a 75-year-old black woman who got pushed at Tim Hortons and she died?
What?
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, so this lady, she was at the drive-thru in Tim Hortons, which is like Dunkin' Donuts, right? But it's north. It has the best coffee ever.
Canada.
Her order was wrong. So she pulls into the thing, she goes in and she's screaming, yells, 75-year-old black woman, right? The manager goes, hey, man, please calm down. We'll get your order right? She's screaming, yelling, she's throwing coffee, blah, blah, blah. The little 19-year-old white girl who served the coffee goes, man, you need to leave my manager alone. This black 75-year-old lady, someone's grandma, comes past the manager and grabs the little 19-year-old girl. 19-year-old girl, and then hits her. The 19-year-old girl shoves her. She flies back, lands on the ground. She has a heart attack and dies. Now,
wow.
What would motivate this 75-year-old woman who's in bad health to come up into the restaurant, assault the manager, and then go back to where she wasn't supposed to be and assault someone who's a third of her age? And what I'm saying is she's just never been held accountable. Ever. She didn't think that there was anything wrong with what she was doing. So, does IRAX really look into the whole Stop Asian Hate thing? Because you guys know why Stop Asian Hate never takes off, right? DA, what race is doing most of the Asian hate?
Most of it?
Huh?
What
Yeah,
race?
is it Chinese?
No, what race is doing most of the hate towards you Asians?
Right now?
For the last 10, 15 years. Black people. Ding, 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 ding.
Black women.
Look at all the cases of Asian businesses or Asian business owners being attacked.
Zara, I do want to make a stream about this with you, me and you. We should talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Maybe do a next.
AJ,
next stream. I think that'd be fun.
It's not all. It's black women are the downfall of the black culture. Black men are pretty cool.
Oh, I always say bring back the patriarchy in the black community.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Black women are just they're out of control. I mean,
black men and black men and black women might as well be two different races at this point, right? And I can tell you guys this: I started my channel when Kevin Samuels passed away, R.I.P. But I really started posting when Stacey Abrams' last gubernatorial race started. That's when I really started going in hardcore because she's everything wrong with politics. And what did Obama do? Just like he did with Kamala Harris. I noticed that all the brothers aren't coming out and supporting Stacey Abrams. So 2 weeks before the election, they threw us under the bus, just like with Kamala Harris. And that's why you're seeing more and more black men are either libertarians, independents, or Republicans, because there's nothing left for us on the left. There's nothing left for men, period, on the left, but especially black men, because the same white women who will put a BLM sign in their yard will call the cops if they see me jogging through their neighborhood. Will grab their purse if I get in the elevator with them. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah. But all right, yeah, DA, hit me up, dude, because I have a whole bunch of Asian hate stuff from Black Americans, man. I have a whole bunch, especially since it's in the news and we can do a stream. So But yeah, thanks, guys.
I meant.
All right.
I appreciate you. Bye.
It was good talking to you, AJ.
Hey, Zyrax, you can dress any way you want after you divorce. You can even bring your kids along.
Okay. Tim, I'm sorry. I think that's not cool. Come on. I know that you are. I think he's a bit too drunk. Yeah, he was drinking a bit. But Zyrax, I do want to I want to do this, right? I love that you're here, with a different opinion. I would love it for us to do a stream together talking about the recent whole lot of boycott Asian businesses, a lot of other Asian people saying Asian people are racist. I want to talk about that. I definitely want to talk about I think that you should denounce feminism and be a humanist, right? So definitely I think we have a lot of different topics.
Yeah, of
Just
course.
me
I'm
and
always
you.
down for it. I'm always
Just me
down
and
for it.
you.
Yeah.
Just me and you, so we won't add more people in it, so it won't be too chaotic. I know that some people can be a little bit too crazy, but yeah, I hope you'll be down for it. We'll probably do it next week if you are free for an
Yes,
earlier one or maybe another one. So
no, I'm totally down. Yeah, and I think that is that would be like a very interesting topic because my take, I think I'm sure it's going to differ from yours, but I'm open to to talking about it, to discussing why I have the view that I have, and yeah, I'm always interested to hear your views too.
and we could talk about it where let's name it where I don't think Asian people are racist. So I would love to hear your opinions on it. But yeah, if you could do next week, we could do next week.
Yes, of course I can.
Okay. All right, we'll do that. I hope you'll see you
Okay.
then.
All right then. Thank you for having me on today.
Later. Sorry about Tim. He drinks a lot. Right?
I understand.
So be
Not a
understanding of
problem.
it, right?
Yes. All right,
Thank you.
later. Thank you.
All right. Bye. Guys, you guys are amazing. Thank you for being here. That